After settling into the valley, needing to buy our own house back, completing the community centre, restoring the abandoned schoolhouse, helping all the citizens, and turning our greenhouse into a staycation spot to be proud of, I want to turn my attention to some serious money making. Welcome back to the Forever Farm, for the fourth of many fun challenges in which we'll be filling out our home farm and several other locations near and far. If you missed the first few challenges or you're new here, I'll leave a video playlist in the description if you'd like to catch up first. In mingling with the townies, especially in the last challenge, I spotted what could be a beautiful business partnership and a chance for us to let our imagination run a little bit wild. If you're familiar with Stardew Valley Expanded, you might have heard of Olivia's Elegant Reception Special Order, which asks for a range of locally made wine and cheese to host a party with the governor. We already know that wine is a love gift for Olivia. In fact, she loves collecting rare and expensive ones from all over, so I had a good feeling she'd probably love to work with me to develop her own wine brand, and be able to ship her own rare and expensive wines to all of her wealthy friends and acquaintances. To do this, we bought section 4 of the farm map at the end of the last challenge, where all of our activities were driven by quests. This time, I can use all of the farm sections I already own to kick off mine and Olivia's wine and cheese empire, but I'll be keeping the majority of her operation in that section 4, so most of the kegs, casks, animals, and the shop will be contained within the dedicated farm section. You might notice it already has a rotting building which we will be restoring, but we'll also want a premium barn to house the animals for cheese, complete with its very own bear to guard them all, and I'll be building a special winery added by Stardew Valley Expanded, which is going to be a journey of its own to unlock. And given that wine makes our riches on most Stardew farms, the final ending for this challenge will be pouring our millions into the golden clock. I'm not completely restricting my profits to wine and cheese sales though. It will be my primary focus, but not a rule. 10 million plus the building costs will be a lot of gold, and over time, most of it will naturally come from the wine and cheese anyway. I know many of you feel the burnout, specifically when working towards the golden clock, so I hope this challenge can show you that adding silly little bits of flavour and story can make the monumental grind a whole lot more fun. One of the points of the Forever Farm is to shake up the order in which we do things. We've not even really been to Ginger Island yet. We won't be touching the key room, no obelisks either. We're going straight for that clock. But what I wasn't expecting on this entrepreneurial venture was for us to get so deep into coming up with the lore for almost everything we're making. I streamed the whole journey too, so if you want to see how some of these ideas blossomed, the playlist will be linked in the description for a good laugh, along with the mods and general farm details. Anyway, I'm dying to get into this next lot of shenanigans, so like and subscribe to keep up with our Forever Farm journey, and now, let's get into it. We're starting this challenge at the beginning of summer year 3, 253 days in, out of many more. We already own our new farm section, so the last step of prep for this challenge is to deposit most of our cash from the last one into the bank. I like doing this because if I start every challenge with this much money, maybe more in later ones, there won't be much of a challenge anymore. But for this one we have some whopper expenses planned, so instead of the 500 gold you'd usually start with on a new farm, I allow myself seed money of 5 grand. Literally seed money. Plus I had some beverages done aging in the basement to go towards it too. I guess with all of this, the 5 grand is barely relevant. I don't want to go all out starfruit and ancient fruit wine for the most part. We're still going to be making a lot of that, but we want to offer a good wide range. And this summer, I did also want to plant a couple of other things in case I need them, so I bought some red cabbage and butternut squash seeds, in addition to a mass of melons. Oh no, some of it's not grown! Pain! Alright, that's fine. 12 days and 12 days, they all take the same amount of time, except for the red cabbages. So the red cabbages I'll plant in this section. Actually, it's fine. These for these 4 sprinklers. These for these 2. I did have to go back for more melon seeds to finish filling the farm out. Then the evening marked the start of a huge cleanup operation for the new land section. Oh look, there's an owl statue! We got an owl statue, I'm pretty sure in like the first phase. Yay! Now I can put it so- oh, I forgot I have monsters. Leave me alone. It's section 4 is where we're going to have all the buildings and stuff, but I can still use the other sections. Otherwise, I don't think there's any way I'm going to be making much money for like a long time, and that felt like prolonging it for no reason. I feel like the owl should go in this part of the farm still, so I'll leave it nearby, and then tomorrow we are going to have to, or at least at some point, I'm going to have to set up my new boundaries, so we'll get some sleep, I'll go get the catalogue, and then we'll sort out the boundaries. Hello, Cornetto, and go to sleep. There probably won't be many ice cream reviews in this section. In this like farm phase because there's not really much fishing. 23,184 gold from the pickles. I started the second of summer by setting up our new boundary with the usual end table fences, which, as a quick reminder, here's how the farm map is currently divided, but if you want to take a closer look, it is linked in the description too. Using the end tables here just means I don't have to worry about fence decay or debris spread. Whilst I was nearby, I stepped into Grandpa's old shed to inspect the condition, and it's not looking great. This isn't fit for purpose as a facility Olivia would be proud of, so I left that for now and carried on clearing the overgrowth. Before bed, I wanted to make some more ancient seeds for the greenhouse. Do I have a seed make? I thought I had one somewhere. I don't know where my machines like that would be. If not, I'll have to make one. At least I've got a few. Oh, next to crystal area. Oh, it's right there. Anyway. I'll make 2 more. I think 3 is enough for now. It was literally right there the whole time. Thanks, brain. If I was doing this on my own, I have no idea when I would have found it. One of them was mixed seeds. No. What can you do? Oh, I have more in here. That 17 deluxe speed growed ancient fruit we can add here. Like I said, it won't necessarily be our primary wine, but we still want a good amount of it. Robin was on my doorstep the next morning, here to check on that abandoned shed we looked at yesterday. Kinda coincidental timing. Maybe a little too coincidental. I watched Robin's inspection, and obviously this place is not up to code, but Robin could refurbish it if she had the materials. A licensed building inspector who's also in construction and carpentry? Sounds a bit like a conflict of interest to me, but it's a small town and we don't have much choice. And it doesn't sound like we're going to need to pay any gold either, so I agreed for her to leave a chest in the shed for me to deposit the required materials. Guess we're going to Robin's today. Oh, the fiber's ready. I don't have enough. I'm trying to do it bit by bit. I don't want to harvest more than necessary. I'll just buy small seeds. Stop being lazy. But first, a trip to Robin's to get the full list of shed materials. I'm estimating 150 pieces of hardwood, 600 pieces of stone, 50 iron bars, and 20 battery packs. 20 battery packs. I hope I have enough of that. There's a lot of rotten wood and rust. That's what age can do to a building over the years. But what about the batteries? There's no rush on this project. Gather the materials on your own time. No, I want it now. Between my main storage zone and my greenhouse chest, I had plenty of materials for Grandpa's old shed. Why am I here? I'm here for stone. There's a lot of wood and stone and hardwood here. Let's bring all the materials back up to the top of the farm. I've got loads of sprinklers ready too. Okay, hardwood, stone, batteries, iron, done. That's going to be restored tomorrow, or like in the next couple of days. I then stopped in at the Adventurers Guild to sell off spare weapons and rings I won't be using, though I might have forgotten about keeping one of each for collection purposes. To be fair, I don't think these are all that hard to come by, and I could sell off all the artifacts and stuff I got in the last challenge when I wasn't allowed to sell them. The pale ale was done in the basement, which I replaced with ancient fruit wine and pumpkin juice, and I did eventually remember to go seed shopping at Pierre's less than an hour before he closed. This would have been a lot of spots to leave empty. I'm thinking what I need to do next, so I think setting up some cheese machines will be good. So for those, I'm gonna need copper, hardwood, and oh, I need loads more hardwood. Okay, let's go to, first of all, let's get our mahogany trees. Oh, I haven't got many mahogany seeds. Have I got any in the greenhouse? I did, in fact, have more in the greenhouse. I'm gonna go and see if I can plant these in the secret woods. It'll make my life a lot easier if I can. Oh, should we go this way? Oh wait, I can plant them in this section. I've got this whole section down here that leads to the springs, and I'm sure I can put them out here. I cannot put them out here. No. Sad. Okay, well we're in the secret woods now. Can I plant them here? I can't. Okay, well never mind on that then. I guess I'll do it in Cindersap or something. Along the river in Cindersap works well. Spring onion section probably would have been a good idea. Hey, 50 grand. We're gonna be able to get our first new building suit, maybe even this stream. Robin! I checked over all the materials you gathered. Good job! You did your part, now I'll do mine. I work fast, so the shed should be refurbished by tomorrow. Yay! I need to think about how to section this. I would like this to be like an outdoor place to enjoy beer. It's not really a beer garden, but it's like a cheese and wine garden. I came back to my trees in the forest to add some fertilizer before consolidating my storage chests, mainly moving stuff out of the greenhouse since we couldn't use the other farm sections in the previous challenge, and this was a good chance to chuck a few bits in the shipping bin for future shipping completion. Look at all that. I haven't shipped an iridium bar yet either, or an iridium ore. My next stop was the desert. Skull Caverns actually, but not for a proper run, especially not at midday without extra buffs. I was here to tackle a special order which has absolutely nothing to do with the challenge. I just wanted to do it because this one is for the wizard, who we plan to eventually marry once we give him all of his love gifts. It was simple enough, just slay 10 mummies, except I was having a difficult time finding any. Since I'm not here as much for the loot, I ended up just doing a lot of resetting for a while, as you can find them on the first floor, but it still took several hours to find any, and I wasn't going to ignore the ladders that presented themselves. I was not expecting to be in here all afternoon. It's been a long time since I played. Oh, we got a Prizzy! Done that quest now, so I could go find the wizard, but I'll have to do it tomorrow because it's kind of late. No loot review here. The Prizzy is the only exciting thing, and you already saw that. What's in the mail? A magic rock candy from the wizard. Oh, 4,000 gold. I don't even need to see the wizard. I still had to head into the forest today to claim my next mastery, voted on by the live chat. Ending the poll here. Thank you for your votes. Okay, we're going with mining. I thought it was going to be foraging, but here we are. We're going to get the heavy furnace and the statue of the Dwarf King and extra gems, so that'll be nice. That's our mastery for the month. I'm doing 1 mastery per month, so the next one will be in 4, as in like a game month. Like last time, I excluded fishing. That's reserved for the fishing section of the farm in a later challenge. I came back to the farm to check out the new shed. Look at it! This building comes as part of the map on all Stardew Valley expanded farms, but if you fancy a different map, it becomes its own location near the bus stop, which still needs refurbishing. You can even place casks like in the house basement on this ground floor, and upstairs is another greenhouse type area. I actually had a lot of fun and learned some new things. I hope it holds up, Robin. So we'll probably have a small keg section here, but I think the kegs are mainly going to be left to the winery. But here is our new shed area, our new growing area. What crop will be grown up in Grandpa's shed? I want to have a variety of things that would go into the wine. It might not be like where we necessarily mass grow the crops, but at least then she can show people that she's like selling her wine to. Like, this is what we're growing. And here it is fresh from the farm, you know, is the for show one. So what could go into wine here? Obviously melon. Blueberry wine is rubbish, so we probably won't do that. Is that the only fruit in summer? Maybe I should do a few blueberry. Oh, and also I do want to grow some ancient fruits in there. Is there a progression required for unlocking the winery? Yeah, shipping 500 bottles of wine. So far we've done, I can tell you if I can find it in the list, 119. Begin with 50 per week, so I might need to actually put some kegs in the downstairs of that grandpa's shed so we can actually get over that line. Otherwise it's gonna be forever. Here you go. And then I'm here also, oh, rhubarb. Rhubarb works well for wine. I'm gonna buy quite a few just so we've got like some seeds. What's cactus fruit wine like? 315 gold. I feel like it's not horrendous. I could just forage that. Ooh, what about coconut wine? Although that I can't grow. Oh, that's not great. Coconut wine is actually a bit better than cactus fruit wine, but I can't really grow coconuts, only forage them, so they aren't worth it for Olivia's wine business. I added an initial 13 kegs to the fixed up shed and started setting up the upstairs show garden. I need to think about how I want to like section this. I don't know if I want to put the stuff in here until I've got all the seeds I need, but I can at least till it for now. And the reason I don't want to do that yet, so I'm going to make a chest. These are for like my wine seeds, and then I'll organize it after because I want to like make the crops look nice because they are for show. This isn't necessarily where we grow it, it's just showing that the farm does grow these things. Whilst we ponder that, I headed to the mines to get some more iron smelting and hunt for more. Not that I found very much of it, but with an overnight smelted batch on Saturday morning, I could upgrade my furnaces to heavy ones from the mining mastery, which are more efficient. They take 25 ores instead of just 5, but they don't need 5 times the coal, they only need 3, and there's a chance you get an extra smelted bar too. I only had enough materials for 3 heavy furnaces for now, so I gathered and smelted some more ores to finish the rest. Sorting through my chest at home again, I found all of these books I was saving until I could do a big readathon to gain mastery XP from them. I then sold off some excess items for a little cash boost towards the buildings we still need. With my space a little clearer, I felt ready to craft up an initial 8 cheese presses. There will be many more, and until we get our new facilities going, I popped these in the barn I've already got. That got me thinking about the future premium barn, and I knew I wanted to section out the new area a little bit, but I wasn't exactly sure how, and ended up tearing down this fence within a few minutes. I went with a vertical fence here instead. Grandpa's shed is just off the screen to the right here, so this area is a perfect patch for the winery building. The idea being that Olivia's friends/customers can have a view of the animal field whilst keeping the 2 wine production zones and the shop close to each other for inspections and tastings. Not much to see yet, but just trust the process. The 7th of summer had this year's green rain, and rather than defaulting to my usual green rain activities, I started with the big hardwood chopping because the weather had helped most of the mahogany trees grow already, though I wasn't going to turn down any fiddlehead ferns, which is where I turned my attention once I'd finished with the hardwood. I checked West Cindersap to see if any had grown over there, and this area doesn't seem to grow more trees in the green rain, so I was just going to leave until this happened. Wizard! Where are you going? Where are you going? He's running! Jason! Oh my god, the distraction. Come back, where are you going in such a rush? Nature is a powerful force not to be trifled with. Is that why you were sprinting through the forest? Excuse me, there are special matters I can only attend to on this day. Should we go see? I want to follow— oh, I got him to slow down. I calmed him down, that's a good thing, right? Oh, he's gonna start running again. Here, let me get that out of your way. A wizard not capable of picking flowers. Gonna run again. Oh, Morgan's out here. How long have you been out here? What we're doing is a secret? Oh, I wanted to ask. Oh, come on. They're just doing their usual thing out in the forest today. Okay, well, that took out many hours of my fiddlehead fern chopping time. I was hoping to get some unique dialogue, and we did get unique dialogue, but like, you know, more when he gets there. It was so not worth the chase, but I think we would have been wondering if we didn't do it, right? So maybe it was worth it. We did it for science, and science doesn't always give us what we think it will. Oh, the merchant. Hello, the weather doesn't scare you off. I'm gonna get the rare seed. I might get a mod for like sweet gemberry wine. That might be the only one I add. Just because sweet gemberries are already in here, and I feel like it would be a thing that Olivia would want. Distractions over, I got back to searching for fiddlehead trees to chop. I just got a golden animal cracker from that tree. I'm gonna save that for one of my new barn residents. I didn't get home till midnight with a whole 186 fiddlehead ferns. Okay, we're gonna sell those and they're gonna be 18,000 gold. That is worth it. It's now a new week and we're starting with a visit to Pierre's for 8 blueberry seeds. I planted this sprinkler's worth in the greenhouse because I selected a special order from Emily to ship 25 blueberries within the next fortnight. I mined for keg materials for a few hours before running back to Pierre's for some sugar. With those, I wanted to cook up a load of candy and chocolate truffle bars. 13 of those, and candy-wise... Oh, we still need birch water for candy, whoops. Alright, well never mind on that then. We'll just sell the... Oh, that's gonna do it. That's 58 grand worth of chocolate anyway. Plenty of funds for my next building. I brought that cash along with a bunch of materials to wait at Robin's counter so I could intrude her day off to ask for the premium barn to be built. This one's part of Stardew Valley Expanded, by the way, and it's a whole separate building rather than an upgrade. There's space for 16 animals, which will be our cows and goats for cheese, and it comes already equipped with the auto feeder, a heater, and even an auto grabber and an auto petter, hence the lofty 250 grand price tag. It truly is premium, and takes an extra day to be built than the normal barn. It might even be 5 days because of the luau. I returned to the farm to add 24 casks to Grandpa's shed along with my next 38 kegs, then cleared out the quarry for materials and mined the evening away for iron. There was plenty of it, even for a bad luck day. There passed enough time for the next batch of wine to be done, though I didn't have many good crops to pop into the kegs this week, so next week's shipment will be significantly worse than this 100 grand we got tonight. On the Wednesday I could replant my cabbages with more melons, and in chopping down the quarry trees for kegwood, I was feeling a run of the quarry cave hoping for more cursed mannequins for a future project. Didn't get any this time though. Whoa, Prizzy! I think the Prizzy floodgates have opened. For this year's luau, I dropped a gold quality melon into the soup, and the touch of sweetness it added seemed to be a hit. There's a train? Late night train, let's go, screw it. Train! Oh my god, it's dropping loads of stuff. Look at all that ore. Whoa, good train. On the morning of summer 12th, I got a bit of unexpected help from Olivia towards unlocking the winery. Oh, Olivia's got 5 bottles of wine. The market went my way and I cashed out some of my shares for a huge windfall. To celebrate, I ordered a case of my favourite wine, and I wanted to share a few bottles with you. No description on them at all. I'm gonna ship them for the, that's 5 more bottles for the shipping requirement for the winery. Heading off for the farm for the day, I got a surprise look at the students who now attend the restored schoolhouse. I didn't realise any of the students and teachers mod at the time when I was doing the last challenge, so it's been empty for ages, but not anymore. They all get the train into Pelican Town. I know I wasn't supposed to get distracted today, but we've not seen this yet. There's so many. I thought it was just gonna be like, you can select how many the options menu. Oh, I didn't know that. It'd be nice to have a full classroom. And there's Jazz. Is Vincent not coming? Here he is. Oh no, look, they're sitting with their books. Look at that. They're all in the chairs, except for Jazz. Jazz, sit down. Then Penny's doing her thing. Oh, there we go. That's cool. I love that. And now we have seen. Okay, to the swamp. I don't remember the route in here, so this is going to be interesting. The Stardew Expanded swamp is a giant dark labyrinth with plenty of forage to find whilst dodging the hostile wildlife. Whoa. The warp into the actual witch's hut is up. There it is. We found it. That was not as bad as the first time I was... Oh, no we haven't. This is the convenient way once we befriend the henchman again, I'm pretty sure. So down this way, up here, and we've made it. Here we are. I could have gone a lot worse. Oh, I didn't bring void mayo. Oh, I didn't bring... Oh, no! I was planning to fish up the void mayo here, but I don't instinctively tend to carry around my fishing rod. I just did all of that without... Oh, truffle oil. I did all of that without any void mayo. Or my fishing rod to get any. What a donut. I'll just make the mayo. I should have brought a farm totem as well. I had to go all the way back through the maze on foot, which took way longer than the journey there, especially being careful not to let the giant ghost touch me. Those can basically one-shot. Can't let them touch me. Okay. Void mayo! Oh, back we go. I wasn't expecting to get some. We don't have to go home. Everything's fine. Let's read the book. Give over the void, Mayo. Let me in. Can I beat you to the door? And ink. I can also give the wizard a new gift. So first, I have found the ink. Did you happen to see my ex-wife? We're just gonna glaze over the fact that he's talking about his ex and we're interested. Actually, don't tell me. I don't want to know. Well, I didn't want to tell you anyway. Anyway, you must be wondering about your reward. Here. By using this book, you can summon magic buildings directly to your farm. I think you'll find it useful. I almost forgot to say, thank you. This will be important for the golden clock at the end. I shared some of my supernatural goo with Razzie, still working on filling his love gift log before we can marry him, and as a little sneak peek for a later challenge, I added a hot air balloon obelisk mod which was suggested in the Discord. It's always linked in the description, by the way. Aren't they cute? It always rains on the 13th of summer, but a melon harvest can always brighten my day. And of course, I'm replanting with more. I had to pay our goblin friend a visit in the swamp after he wrote me a letter of complaint. Totally not my fault he accepted a bribe, got fired, and kicked out of his home, but I'm happy to help a goblin. Nothing to do with the way he threatened me whatsoever. He's tasked me with getting the ingredients for an apology offering for the witch. All of that can be found in the swamp, some exclusively, so we're far from done with this place. There's 50 swamp flowers, 12 red mushrooms, 12 purple mushrooms, 12 morels, and 12 chanterelles. My gosh, that was slightly too close for my liking. I comb most of the place for forage, but given the hour by the time I was done, and my proximity to the exit, I'll drop the goodies off another day. My Sunday was to be spent in Skull Cabins for this brilliant luck day. I need more ores, and this is a fun place to get them. How far are we going to get today? How far and what is the loot going to be like? Witch hat! Wait, it's spooky season. Should we wear that now? Oh, it's so cute! Oh my god, I'm so happy. I'm just going to use a ladder here, actually. Same with this one. When the rocks are sparse, I like to just use a ladder, and we got a prismatic shard from the treasure chest. That's all of the loot spoiler you're getting for now. I carried on my mining adventure until I passed out on floor 157. Let's have a look at our first loot review of the challenge. So, 5 prismatic shards, winning, and then we also got an animal cracker. The witch hat was one of the stars. We got another lucky ring. I think that's our second one on this farm. And 346 iridium. Oh, that's pretty nice. The iron's going to matter more though. So we can make like 100, what's 132? That's like at least 30 bars. Loads of gems as well. We're going to sell those. 13 diamonds too. The rest of the melons came in that morning, and in between streams, I'd removed the Lumisteria special order mod we added in the last challenge to raise my chances of seeing Olivia's elegant reception on the board. By this point, I already forgot I had one of the modded quests active, so I won't be able to do it anymore. No blueberries for Emily. And also, since this week's special orders on the board were already chosen by the game, one of these was a little bit broken too. Olivia's one was there though, which probably meant I never even needed to remove the mod. Either way, the broken ones won't reappear in the next game week onwards. The elegant reception as well will be giving Olivia her first big batch of samples to make sure she's still happy to put her name to the product. And visiting her in her cellar, she gave me a glass of her prized ring fruit wine, aged 30 years. We don't have that kind of time on our hands, but this was basically to show me the sort of standards she'll be looking for. That got us talking about product ideas. She'd heard about a different kind of exotic fruit that you don't tend to see in the valley, and she's tasked me with an excursion to track it down and grow it. I'm talking about the pineapple. Legend has it we can find these seeds in a volcano at a place called Ginger Island, and getting a hold of these will set us apart from the competition. There'll be a big adventure in our future, but I need to help Willie restore his boat to get over there, which I don't have all the materials for just yet. Relevant to nothing other than my inner loot goblin, I traded a rabbit's foot for the lucky charm from the Jojo truck guy. There's a nice little luck buff. Then I rushed over to the secret woods to chop hardwood. I got what I needed in there for the boat, but I couldn't make it to the shop in time for the drop-off today. The 16th of summer began with a new, very mixed batch of wine, many of them not being the best in value, so I was extra grateful to be replacing these with our melons from a few days ago, and I made sure to keep some of the wines to drop off at Olivia's cellar for her party. This is just a taste of what is to come, what I'm building for you, and she gives us 80,000 gold. That's a good little investment into the winery, into the business, right? And that's about all of the actual investment she makes. Next stop, Willie's shop. Elliot, Eddie wants to go on a boat. I'm busy tending to a different boat. We have the cutscene for the boat. How strange. I happen to be carrying the exact materials I need to fix this boat up that I've only just seen for the first time and only just been told existed. Let's drop all the materials off and then tomorrow we can go to the island. I took advantage of the animal catalogue to buy a camel for my normal deluxe barn called Maxibon. Plus I was there to fill my new premium barn with loads of cows and goats for the massive cheese we need. All of course sticking with our ice cream brand naming theme. And I got a bunny for the coop which I had to rename when I got home. McFlurry. 2 random goats got both of my animal crackers to produce double the milk when they grow up. And to reward myself for all of that progress, I claimed 3 prize tickets from the machine. Got a houseplant, we have a Stardrop tea and a treasure chest. The plant is going in Grandpa's shed, and now that I visit the greenhouse a little less, I move my mini obelisk to the new zone instead. This plant I'm gonna put it in here. I know it doesn't really do anything, it doesn't add anything there, but that's where I want it. I got another 14 kegs in there ready for next week too before bed. There's the boat being restored overnight. Ooh, 49 grand from the wine, not bad. It's also not really great either. I bolted straight for the boat the following morning, with Willie eager to give it a proper test drive. Test drive? Let's hope this thing holds together. I just let the scenery distract me for the journey. Oh, it's so nice seeing it in the summer. Wait, I don't think I've ever paid attention to it. I'm usually in like winter by the time I get here. We made it to the island in one piece before long, and Olivia had told me the volcano I seek should be somewhere in the north, but I couldn't help noticing this small child who appears to live here. I did not mean to jump scare him, but I followed him into the jungle where I just had to get my hands on this shiny golden walnut. I'm even ignoring the tents for now. I had a little peek in the treehouse the boy resides in, but he clearly wanted to keep his distance. I could just tell his parrot wanted that first walnut, so I fed them and left them alone for now. We're not unlocking any of the island today. This is purely for the fruit. I am absolutely making a challenge for Ginger Island. I highly recommend, in the description there is a challenge list to check out, / just like the Notion site in general has a lot of information that includes the future challenges that we haven't done yet, and some that still need fleshing out. I'm definitely going to fight these. Have I got them yet? No. 2 dragon's teeth already. Winning. Can I not? Oh yeah, I can reach. Oh my god. They're like trading. Wait, can these even drop pineapple seeds? Oh, they can't. Alright, well. Not those. Those can't either. Wait, what can drop the... I know you can get pineapple seeds in here. How do you... What is it that can drop them? The explodey ones. Thank you. I forgot about those. I knew I forgot one. Yeah, 10% chance. There we go. We got loads of them. Okay. We got the pineapple seeds. I'm going to get these crates in case there's more. No, there isn't. And we leave. Hotheads and tiger slimes. It didn't come up for the tiger slimes for some reason. Unless I'm just silly. Yeah, it wasn't showing in there, but then look up anything sometimes does miss some things. Run! I ran to catch the boat back to the valley, and in some perfect timing managed to make an appearance at Olivia's elegant reception. The governor will provide great word of mouth for our new wine and cheese business. Maybe this is where I show her like, hey, look what I got, look what we can grow. I must say, this event turned out perfectly. Well, thanks to you, dear, the wine and cheese from Forever Farm is nothing short of perfection. I think we're going to do some good business together, Olivia. This local wine and cheese is delectable. Tell me, farmer, what's your secret? I can't tell you that. 250 with all attendees in friendship, that's awesome. Oh yeah, look at that. I sense my friendship with the reception's guests has increased. I've also learned how to properly sample wine, increasing health and stamina healed when I drink it. I will not be doing that. That went really well, so I better get back to the shed garden to plant my new seeds. This is sort of a show garden, so the customers can really see exactly what's going into all of our wines. And I don't have all the seeds I want for this place just yet. Some were still undecided at this point, but it will truly be a show garden once it's done. I got Robin to make a start on another silo to feed all of these new animals. Then I wanted to get some of the extra seeds I needed, but I wasn't going to make it to the shop in time. Yeah, 5, he would have left now. Sad. I'm going to check anyway though. Oh, he's like leaving. Ah, Jody. I'm trying to check the board. Jody. Oh my god. I give up. I could just do it from my menu, I suppose, but it's made me not want to anymore. I just ended up dumping crops in the seed maker to supplement my seeds, and set up some signs to label them all. Oh, I've got a sign. We'll fill these out over time. You kind of love the sign. Oh, wait. What was this? This was ancient fruit. There we go. We can love it for now, you know? It's a sign that I need to put something on the sign. I woke up to a visitor that Thursday. Oh, he is here. Why are you here? You brought me a gift. Thank you for the sculpture. This will probably suit Olivia's thing too, right? Special art piece. Although if it's got how I feel about Emma written on it, that's a little awkward. I put it in the shed anyway. I think it suits the space. Leah just has a ton of these how I feel about carving them and she fills them in or gifting them. Leah, the unexpected shady resident. I needed a trip to the desert this day. Pam, hurry up. Please. Good places to be. Oh, there we go. No, I went to the wrong place. I didn't mean to go here. I guess I'm gonna take the desert. Whoa. Boat stop, bus stop, railroad, Calico Desert, Ferngirl Arcadium, Ginger Island, Stardew Aquarium. I've never seen this before. Should we just like walk around? Is this a shop? Is this a functional shop? Shop. Shop. Shop with stuff. Suitcases. Postbox. Oh, hats. Oh my god, distractions. Huh? Why is it 10 grand for the single piece of wood? What is that? This is rare wood from across the Gem Sea. Very hard to find. It's just normal wood. They're scamming. I don't want to support this business. I use Central Station to get to the desert so I can bring Sandy a gift and, believe it or not, buy some cactus seeds. There's another type of wine we want to offer. There are better forage types for wine, like the crystal fruits for example from winter seeds, but those aren't guaranteed when you plant them, so we're going with cactus for ease. Challenge for the farm where you can only get wood from the Central Station tourist shop. Can't forage any yourself. Imagine just like slowly over time buying enough wood to make one keg for a What about the special keg that can only be done with that wood? With Susan's savings, it's 20 wood, so it's 20 days. Waffle Polly, you planted the seed. It's happening. Thank you, Polly. Need to go back and buy it now. Okay, let's go. No, I didn't mean to pick up the bench. Oh, now I need to move it back. I just realized I think one of my animals ate the grass that was there. And so began what will become several weeks of a silly task of coming to Central Station just to buy the single outrageously priced rare wood per day for our special keg. It's ridiculous. But we gotta find those silly things to add the lore with, right? What's all this too? Is this... what's her face? I see you've been speaking with my old friend Rasmodius. I hope he hasn't been involving you in his schemes. I'm definitely not trying to get involved in his schemes at all. Is that another shop? Wait. Apple juice, orange juice, coffee, triple shot, raisins. Oh cool, you can get like shipping items here. Oh, banana pudding. Why is there a flamingo? She's on an adventure. Wait, is that someone just left their dog unattended? I don't know who you are. Oh, you're a pirate. From yonder tracks a chilling tale. An announcement heard in the depths of the station. What? I missed my train. Oh, they had a pineapple there. Wait, thank you. Oh yeah, look at that. I'm gonna buy it. Oh, it's unlimited. I love this. Wait, the governor's here. Very strange. Nobody knows who runs the station. All the right permits were filed, but nobody remembers that happening. Oh well, it's not the only strange thing in these parts. This is awesome. The Central Station mod. An unexpected gem. Cactus. There you go. Oh, I only needed 8. Why does it look like I've just put pickles in the soil? They look like pickles. Is that just me? Can you tell I was feeling particularly silly this day? I'm keeping the special wood in the shed to keep track of it easier. 19 to go with Susan's savings, and that first pineapple I bought I just shipped to recoup some of the costs. Though in hindsight, I don't know why I didn't just turn it into more seed, but I think adding 28 more kegs to the shed kind of makes up for it. Now for another quarry cave run. Still going to be looking for the cursed mannequins for our little Grambleton village far into the future. I'm trying to do both. I'm trying to multitask here and it's not going well. Max zoom in so I have a tiny screen. Yeah, let's hydrate first. Hydrate ourselves, ready for some combat. I'll let warm up. Lifting weights with this blast. I almost just missed my mouth. As someone who usually goes through this cave with my zoom all the way out, this felt really weird, but it didn't give me too much trouble. Skeleton shirt, wait, part of a spooky outfit. We can't decide on an outfit this year for Halloween, so we're gonna be all of them. Now I need something for the legs now. We need to commit to this. Go! Mannequin? Mannequin? Nothing. We decided to go with dino pants to complete the outfit, which needs tailoring with dino mayo. But I couldn't remember if I even had a dino in the coop yet. Oh! What? Okay, well, we're not going to be an everything for Halloween because the dino just hatched. I'm going to call it 99. The 99 flake one. Do I not have a spare? Maybe? No. Boo! Am I going to try and get one in Skull Caverns? Oh. Alright, we'll go tomorrow. Ah, hi, witch! Thanks for the gift. I know a lot of people see this as a bad thing, but I just see it as a free void egg. You ever think that the witch goes and makes void chickens because her henchman likes void mayo? I never thought of it that way. But isn't that kind of adorable when you think about it? Henchman loves void mayo, so she gives a void egg to someone who can produce the void mayo. I walked to the desert for the planned Skull Caverns trip. I brought very minimal gear given that we're only there for a dino egg. This isn't a real Skull Caverns run, at least in the way I tend to do them. Oh, there's a dino there, wait. Hang on, there's our There's two! We might get this. Burning me. Oh, no! No! I was in those caverns far longer than I thought. I like to think of this day as a test of patience and perseverance, because I really could have done with a prehistoric floor, which I was rewarded with that night after a whole day of searching. Jackpot! Bro, if we don't get an egg from any of this, what do we think? Oh my god, we got two! We got them! I might as well kill all these though for the monster slayer goal. Oh, we're gonna get we're having a whole avalanche of eggs. We found the nest. I came here for 1 egg and left with 4. No loot review tonight. The rest is just a bonus really, but the 155 iridium ore will be nice, and all those eggs went straight into the mayo machines, so I could pick them up early in the morning. It's the trout derby, I'm not doing that. Oh, I also need dino mayo for bundle. Missing bundle. Are we ready for our Halloween costume? Slap them in there and we get the dino pants. I couldn't decide what to be for Halloween, so I'm a skeletal witch lizard. What even is that? Need to see it again. Look at it! Oh my god! Rocking my very professional outfit, I gathered up the goods to bring to the missing bundle. At least I tried to. You're in 0. No! Silver wine. Wait, I might be able to do the silver wine. Hang on, let me go see. I need to check my casks. My casks are empty. Somewhere I have 5 fairy dust. I attempted to use the item locator mod to help me here, but it can only show you where your items are stored if they're on the map you're standing on. So if my fairy dusts are inside a building, it can't show me from out here. I need to be in the right building, which happened to be in the greenhouse. This chest. Wait, there's loads of goodies in here. Hang on. Ah, nondescript wine, I'll put that in there. I stuck the forgotten ambiguous wine into the cask and sprinkled on some fairy dust to speed it to silver quality, then broke it back out. Over to the abandoned Joja Mart to drop them all off. Oh, it needs 6 items. Oh, I still need one of the fish. No! Okay, well, we're gonna have to go get that then. I was clearly trying to avoid needing to catch the void salmon, but I brought my rod up to the swamp to finish what I started, which was going to be a challenge with all the monsters. Why am I going this way? Why don't I just go from the wizard's basement, where I'm not going to get attacked? A detour to the station to buy the 10 grand kegwood meant I didn't make it to the witch hut waters until nighttime. Thankfully, a good quality void salmon didn't take too long to show itself, but I stuck around to catch another in advance of cooking void salmon sushi when I reeled in an unexpected void eel. Oh, the void eel! I forgot you existed. I only need 1 of those, so I'll keep that. And maybe getting catfished a couple of times might have led to a rage quit. Don't lose the fish. Okay, whatever. Rage quitting fishing. I bought the special kegwood on my way to hand in that stupid fish on Sunday morning. That's the missing bundle complete, and another Junimo sent back to their home. Oh, gold bar. Thank you, Olivia. I ignored the bad luck to mine a load of iron for this day, and dreamt about the Junimos building a cinema in town. Then to start our last week of summer, I put all of yesterday's iron into 57 more kegs. I lugged them around with me whilst I brought the dwarf a gift, and purchased the expensive wood. Then getting back to Grandpa's shed to place them all, we'd officially fill the place out. Ran out of space, okay. I wanted to keep this clear of kegs, so I need to find a place to put 31 more kegs. I think for now I'm probably going to have to put it in here until we get the winery. Not a recommended way to make wine or care for barn animals, but is temporary, I promise. That was perfect timing to set off the next batch of wine. That's 106 bottles into the shipping bin, leaving about 140 bottles to go before we unlock the winery. We needed to have shipped a total of 500 for that, and we're getting close to that goal. Look at that, 111 grand, 122 grand including truffles. I knew I'd be needing hardwood for that, so that was my cue to replant a load more mahogany in Cindersap Forest. Charlie! Charlie, why are you going out on your own? I ask as if you can respond to me in English. That's not gonna happen. I fertilized them too. I don't want to wait forever, and I might as well harvest the secret wood stumps as well, going back for another round the following morning. Dropped a load of regular wood for kegs too. The witch loves us. What is happening? Hello again, thank you for another void egg. What the heck? Melons! Every melons! This is our last melon harvest of the season, other than a small batch lagging behind. I had some more fruit to grab from the greenhouse too, and from this point on, the right-hand crop patch will be for our ancient fruit supply. I bought some wheat from Pierre to plant outside, which will be ready for us on the 1st of fall. I don't need it in this farm phase, it just holds the sprinklers more productively than sacrificing other seeds to dead crops. I also planted some rhubarb in the greenhouse for variety because the fall wine crops aren't looking so great. You'll see what I mean in a few days. It does make me wish I didn't leave this space wasted for most of the season. Being around the greenhouse, I noticed that the animals were wandering out of their pen and eating the decorative grass because I forgot to add gates. I rectified that this evening and had a bit too much fun with this simple task. Like a waving totem. Doing like a little dance. Even got a little face. Can you see the little face? It's like a flight attendant. Keeping up with my wood shopping habit on the 26th of summer, a new idea was brewing. You know what? I'm gonna go get some sweet gemberries because eventually we do want potentially a mod that adds like sweet gemberry wine as like the special thing. Like maybe that is the thing that can only be made in the special kegs. Special wine made of special fruit in the special kegs of special wood. I only had 6 rare seeds and I didn't have the mod yet, but these were going to take weeks to grow, so it was worth preparing in advance. This is going to become a whole thing. Put a sign outside the door with a bottle of wine on it. Oh yeah, I should. I went with a sign either side of Grandpa's shed. One with a seed pack for the shed garden, and the other will have a bottle of wine when I have one ready. Oh wait, until I have a bottle of wine to go in there? Gonna be a sign till then. Sign to indicate I want to put a sign there. Is it just me? Or does the way this melon layout is, it looks like a camel laying down. Tell me this doesn't look like the camel. I harvested the melon camel on Saturday. Those are the last of them, and I'm putting forage seeds in their place. Even though I prefer using wheat into fall, it won't be ready on the first of the season if I plant it today, and I'm not too upset about this amount of sacrifice seeds. The first pineapples were ready in the shed garden, so we can begin expanding that line. Then I brought a big haul of swampy forage to the henchman's hut so he can provide it to the witch as an offering. Just have to wait to hear how that went. A chaotic run of the quarry cave finally added to my cursed villager collection. We got one! And waking up on the last day of summer year 3, the henchman was here to thank me for leaving the supplies. The witch was unimpressed, so he hasn't got his job back, and he'll need to go back to the drawing board, but in the meantime, it seems he wants to be friends. He fixed a shortcut path from the witch hut to his home, so we'll have an easier time visiting. He really must want the company. Not that we'll see him very much in this farm phase, or he just wants my void mayo. I checked the travelling cart for rare seeds, finding more than I was hoping for. Yay! Oh, retro catalogue. I need to buy it really. Another for the collection. Morgan got a void egg on my way to the swamp because despite what I said earlier, I did go visit our goblin friend today with some void mayo, then claim the hardwood from today's stumps in the secret woods. The 28th of summer I often end attending the Dance of the Moonlight Jellies, but I skipped it this year in favour of tending to the next batch of wine. This is our biggest and best shipment yet. Over 200 bottles of melon wine netting us over 200 grand. The mayor on our doorstep kicks off the season of fall. He was here to inform us we can now build a winery on the farm. Yes, that last shipment of wine ticked us over the 500 we needed for this. It's available at Robin's now, but he warned me that it's, and I quote, quite pricey. So it's 200 hardwood, 25 iridium bars, and 30 kegs. And I forgot to mention here 500,000 gold! I mean, I did have that, but I also need to buy seeds today once I harvest this wheat. In between streams, I'd had a major hair change and installed the sweet gemberry bush mod, which adds a regrowable sweet gemberry bush and turns it into an actual fruit we can use for wine and other artisan goods, but I hadn't yet looked at the settings. Oh, there it is, it's right at the top. Recipe difficulty. Oh my god, what's the hell difficulty? You know I'm going straight over there. Now what is it? Oh wait, do I have to like reopen? How do did I say, I did save it. It's so rare that we cannot see it. I got it working when I got to Pierre's after turning the better crafting menu off and on again. Here's the hell difficulty recipe for the regrowable sweet gemberries. Oh no, there it is now. Okay, here we go. Oh no, I'm gonna have to get fairy dust. That could be part of the story too, actually. 1 crafted ancient seed, 1 not crafted ancient seed, 2 rare seeds, 6 fairy dust, 100 sugar. This is hell. 4 sweet gemberries, 8 mystic syrup, and 1 prismatic shard. Should we see what the hard one is? So now it still requires these things, but it doesn't require the prismatic shard and the 100 sugar. The description for the seed says it comes from grafting sweet gemberries and ancient fruit crops, but it makes sense that some extra ingredients will be needed to make it work. Together with the chat, we came up with a bit of a story for it and how we're going to grow them, refining our plant experiment and developing this crop over time. To complete our 10-tile crop row, I'll be making 1 at easy difficulty, 2 at normal difficulty, 3 at hard difficulty, and 4 at hell difficulty, as I test out our magical ingredients to improve this crop. I did plan on adjusting the regrow time per stage, but I end up messing this up. I think it stays on 18 for most of the time, but you know what? This challenge took way longer than expected, so maybe this mistake was necessary. It's going to be another adventure to get the fairy dust recipe to make the thing. We're like developing a whole crop for Olivia, so it kind of makes sense that it's going to become like a whole wild goose chase to get it. You have ginger island already for the fairy dust? I do have ginger island, yeah, but I need to get enough walnuts to unlock the farm area. Not farm area, like just the west of the island, and then I need to go get the thing from Birdie. You can trade for it at the raccoon shop, but I won't be doing those quests for a long time yet, and I don't want to be endlessly trying to earn prize tickets for a chance to get them either. We've pretty much just done that. I also didn't have the foraging mastery yet for the mystic syrup, so I had to forego the pole this time to make it possible. Anyway, back to the more immediate task at hand, fall crops. Fall is not great for wine at all. I bought a few hundred cranberry seeds and 150 grape starters. Other than the sweet gemberries, which we can't really grow en masse, they aren't worth very much. Oh, I ran out of cranberries. Back to Pierre's, I guess. Imagine planting your seeds. Couldn't be me. There we go. Do I have any cranberries? I don't want to go back to Pierre's the third time. Oh, I really thought 100 would be enough. Got there in the end. Journal list for flour. I'm going to do it right now. The only thing I'm doing right this second is going over to my seed chest. I'm going over to the seed chest so I can pick out a single... Oh no, I'll pick a few out because it can grow sunflowers as well. Just in case I get a sunflower. I don't want a sunflower. Do you ever get where you have to continuously say the thing you're doing next or else you forget? That's what's happening here. I'm doing this because I've been enjoying the very small boost from the bee garden. On the 2nd of fall, I headed for the mastery cave to grab the foraging mastery, like I said, to produce mystic syrup for our sweet gemberry crop development. The golden mystery boxes are just a wonderful bonus. Penny got an emerald to get her to 8 hearts, then I paid the wizard 500 gold for a new hairdo. I didn't get it quite right this time, so I went back to fix it. It was gonna bother me. My face cam makes my hair look more red than in real life, by the way. It's actually a bit more pink, and with my new hair, it was also time for a new hat. I eventually want to collect all of these, but we picked out a few options to try on for today from the Hat Mouse. They don't quite sit on my head properly, do they? They're like proper like... The daisy's cute. Watermelon band is barely visible. What about this one? This sit on my head. Oh, it looks like a butterfly, but it doesn't look right from the front. I think we're gonna go with a little flower. What do we think? Either watermelon band or daisy? It got dark whilst I struggled my way through the Junimo woods to get to their little village to seek supplies for the sweet gemberry bush development. Ancient seed. 10 grand! Worth it. I'm not buying a Prizzy. Wait, how many do I have? I have 4. I'm not buying it. I can buy 10 ancient seeds. I don't need to do that. I can buy 5 rare seeds! Wait, that's huge! Give me all them. Thank you, Sousa. And thanks to this farm totem, I made it to bed. I was ready to craft my first bush seed when I woke up. So, our first... Oh, I need an actual sweet gemberry. I don't have one yet. Okay, never mind. I harvested the regrowables from the shed garden. Anything that doesn't regrow, I probably won't touch. This time, I am being lazy. I don't want to replant them, and I am still buying the rare gem seawood from the station on most days. I just don't think you want to hear about it all 20 times. You'll know when I've got enough of the stuff. I needed an afternoon on Ginger Island on our crop development project. There's a tale of an elderly woman who resides in the west of the island who might be able to help me. To get there, I need 10 golden walnuts to shift the sleepy turtle, so I sought out exactly that many to progress the island as little as possible. I'm saving that for a future challenge. I got a tunnel vision this wine business. I introduced myself to Birdie by her shack, but a bout of social anxiety washed over me when I got there, so I just couldn't get the words out to ask for what I needed. She was brave enough to ask me for a favor, so maybe this will be my ticket. Have you seen that wrecked ship on the South Shore? My husband was the captain, a pirate he was. He set sail one day, never to return. Took me 3 years sailing the high seas to find his remains. If I could only find a keepsake of his, it would bring me such peace. Here, take this. An old photograph that washed up on shore. It's all I have to offer, but somehow I think it will help you find what I seek. And what I seek. Kent! Just the person I wanted to see. Here, have this. Kent traded me the war memento for some gourmet tomato salt. That's a weird thing to just be carrying around. Well, I can't put this in my wine, so I better find Gus. He probably can use this a little better. Gus, this is for you. You had to sniff it. I haven't even given it to you yet. Can you... I mean, his nose is touching the container, to be fair. He traded me the Stardew Valley Rose. We know Sandy loves flowers, so she got it in exchange for an advanced TV remote nobody else wanted to buy. George likes TV, but his door is locked for the night now, and whilst I was in the desert, I exchanged some Omni Geodes for a desert totem and some artifact troves. I'm hoping to find more ancient seed artifacts in these. I bought George that TV remote as soon as his house opened up on the 4th of fall. He was grateful once I showed him how to use it, and he gave me a magical Arctic shard in return. This should belong to a wizard, and I'm always looking for an excuse to visit him. Ah, an Arctic shard. A most powerful substance indeed, and potently infused with the element of ice. I'll take it if you don't mind. I don't mind at all. Oh, you still here? You want something? Take this. Thank you for the worm. This could make some great fishing bait. I don't want to do any of that anytime soon, so I gave it to Willy. His tray gave me a pirate's locket. This, I'm sure, will interest Birdie, and I got straight on the boat to bring it to her. I certainly can't use this for my wine, so I'm hoping you have something for me. How about I teach you a special recipe? Yeah! Fairy dust, there is. Though you're a stranger, you went out of your way to help an old lady. Bless your heart. Listen, I was sent by the rich lady in town. We won't tell her that. Okay, we got a recipe. How many fairy roses do I have? I don't have a huge amount, so we can grow some more. I should probably go buy some seeds. I'm gonna buy 50, and we're gonna plant them in the greenhouse. By greenhouse, I meant shed garden. I'll be keeping some in here from now on as information for a crop development journey. I don't have enough room in the greenhouse at the moment. Elliot's birthday rolled around, and I was hoping I might have a duck feather for him in the coop. Oh no! How did that happen? Yeah, I definitely don't. Do I even have any ducks? I could have sworn I bought a duck and called it Magnum. Am I dreaming about that? What? I have tomcar soup. I'll probably go with that. There's a chicken named Magnum. Maybe I bought a chicken by mistake. Oh no, it's an imposter. I was going to rectify the duck situation, but I arrived far too early and didn't feel like waiting outside. So I forgot about that for now. Literally. Also, I had something specific. I was going to Elliot, but also... What else was it? Oh, a mining book. I grabbed the XP from that before Elliot could see I had a book to make completely sure he'd love the tomcar soup. Then I wanted to get those artifact rows opened, but Clint's out today. So I took aim at another potential source of ancient seeds, the bugs in the mines. Oh my god, a mushroom hat. That looks so silly. Not my style for this. I got my first that evening, though it took me a while to notice. Wait, I got one! I got one! Yay! Okay, we have one. I would like more than one though. I mean, I should be grateful that I got one at all, and I am grateful that I got one at all, but also we need more than one. I stayed late into the night and got another. And another. There's a third one! I think us getting a fourth, or forcing a fourth, might be a bit too greedy and optimistic, but I'm not going down without a fight. Oh, I have got 4. Wait, why does this keep happening? I'm gonna clear this floor, and then we're gonna leave. 4 in one day is wild. That was amazing. What a rush. That, and the great luck, got me in the mood for a Skull Cavern run. I was here with a couple of magic rock candies looking for more prismatic shards for the harder difficulty sweet gem bushes, but we're not turning down any other loot that comes our way. Auto batter! Yeah! I just missed both the nodes with that bomb. That's embarrassing. Oh no. You know how the journey tends to go on these days. I passed out on floor 192, gutted to miss this cluster of iridium nodes, but let's see how successful the Prizzy hunt was in the next morning's loot review. Let's have a look. Oh wow, 9 gold. I think we can afford the winery now. Gonna go a long way towards our 500,000 that we need. We do have an empty backpack slot in here. However, that was down to the cake I just ate. That was kind of always going to happen, but we got 5 Prizzies. We were there for Prizzies. We got 5. 5 is fine. 5 is good. 672 iridium ore. Sorry? Got a couple of new hats for the collection, and also 2 auto patters. This was an awesome one. Morgan can definitely have a star drop tea. Wine! 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 There's wine today. That was wine. I couldn't stop saying the word wine. What just happened? I'm a little overexcited. The original coop and barn got an auto petter each, which reminded me that those silos are still empty. I managed to track down a couple of hundred hay in my chest, just in time for tomorrow's storm. I could then turn my attention to this week's wine, and I picked up most of the kegs in the barn, carrying all of those, along with this week's bottles, into Cindersap Forest to chop hardwood trees. Rather than shipping it, I brought the wine to PS to sell so I could afford the next big build. So we want the winery. Oh, it's 25. Okay, even so, still a lot. And the winery, we have a set place for that, and that is gonna go here. That's kind of perfect. Yeah, that's another project underway. I also brought my scythe today to cut grass through town to fill up the second silo. I totally just stole some of Marnie's grass. That's really funny. I didn't know you could do that. And took a walk through Cindersap Forest to track down Morgan with a couple of birthday gifts, a void egg, and a star drop tea for 7 hearts of progress. I headed home for the night, slowly, so I could gather any hay I passed, but then I had to make a late night trip to the desert for some Sunday trades. So I want 2 of them and then the rest of these. Oh! A hazelnut! Got me a new mastery level. That's gonna be next season though. I didn't get the staircases! Okay, whatever. Staircases weren't meant to be today apparently. I literally went for staircases and didn't get them. I'll get them. I had to. There's a chance I'll need to come back to Skull Caverns for more prizzies at some point. On to a new day, a new week, and our first cranberry harvest of the season. I bought a cinema ticket just to bring Claire some birthday gifts and got her to 6 hearts. Didn't even see the movie, instead bringing Clint all of my mystery boxes and artifact troves. I got 2 more ancient seeds for my sweet gem berry project, and I came back here with one of my prizzies to donate with the other 2 new museum pieces. Whilst clearing out the quarry in the miserable weather, the chat taught me something new. The expanded fog is disableable? Yes please. Mist effects. Oh. Okay. That was mildly terrifying. It just wasn't doing anything for— oh my god, it's so much better. Has to re-render and takes a bit. I was worried I crashed it. So yeah, if the fog bothers you too, you can remove it. On the 9th of fall, I picked blackberries, chopped hardwood, bought the day's rare gem sea wood, and made more cheese machines for our fancy goods business. So I can make another 22 cheese presses. Don't know if that's overkill. I'll make 10 more. Cheese doesn't take that long to process. Those will live in the premium barn for now, and I brought in the others from the older barn. There were a few indoor crops I could gather on the 10th. I'll wait to replant this greenhouse till the last of the rhubarb is done. I went blackberry picking in West Cindersap and poked my head into the abandoned Aurora vineyard as I passed it to see if the previous occupants happened to leave any special old wine recipes or production methods behind. I didn't find anything like that there, but there was this Junimo plaque which I couldn't read this time. Maybe I'll ask Rasmodius about it. Is this pick-upable? Yes. Free ancient dough. The wizard materialized right in front of me as I was headed to his tower. Too excited to see me? Wizard jump scare. Intense magic is surrounding you? What have you done? I didn't do anything, I just looked. No, just suspicious of the magical energy I brought back from the vineyard. And what of the object you're carrying? Sorry, what? I feel something in my pocket. They're framing me. That miraculous golden scroll is enchanted with forest magic. Please, follow me to my abode. This will require a thorough arcane analysis. Hand me the scroll. Say please! He tried and failed to decipher it himself. It seems we've met his limits, and we'll need some extra help. Yeah, who did I contact? The Witch of... You requested my help, Razzie? This scroll, what can you make of it? As annoying as Camilla is, she's definitely talented. She doesn't even flashbang us with the magic. The spirits who wrote this hardly understands their own language. It's like reading the writing of a child. I think they must be young. A Junimo has taken up residence in the cellar of an abandoned building west of Cindersap Forest. They request 200 starfruits. We're not doing that right now though. It would seem you're on the verge of making a new friend. If you mean by verge like years away, then sure. Your connection with the Junimos is fascinating. It surpasses even mine. I wonder if this is related to your deeds at the community center. Quite fascinated by this turn of events. I reckon he's jealous. Anyway, I carried on filling up on blackberries in the forest, searching any trash cans I passed. Another... Our third garbage hat. Like a yearly garbage hat or something, I don't know. And foraged my way all the way up to the summit to grab this month's new flowers. 238 blackberries, I think we're good for a little while. I grabbed some more crops from the shed garden the next morning. I just love the way this place is filling out. I had some grapes outside as well, then when I left the farm for a walk, I got snuck up on by Camilla at Shearwater Bridge. It took me a minute to figure out where she was while she was playing some little tricks on me. Must you disturb my peace? Behind you! Stop it, you annoyance you. Wondering why I'm here, aren't you? Let's just say I grew a tad bored of Razzie's mage meeting, and I sensed you were here, alone. That's not creepy. Go fishing here often? I did, I don't anymore. Why don't I use a little magic to make things more interesting? I'm not even going to attempt to read that. So irresponsible, right? Like, what if you just made this like a new invasive species of fish that wreaks havoc on this particular little ecosystem here? Puppyfish now have more friends to play with. And with that, I make my marvelous departure. Yes, your departure is marvelous indeed. Ciao, yes, please go away. Something is meowing in the water. That's one more fish for when we get to the fishing challenge in a future video. I came away from my morning walk less refreshed than planned, and moved on to bring Jodie a birthday gift to complete her friendship. Back on the farm, I planted and fertilized 3 mystic trees by Grandpa's shed and crafted the Statue of Blessings. Well, blessings and curses, because we got a couple of mods for extra twists. We never know what we're gonna get. Oh no! -4 farming! So I have the blessings and curses of the valley mod, which you get extra blessings, but you also get curses. The first time I've ever experienced it. Those mods were introduced to me by May, who created the One Life Challenge, but I never made it far enough in my own playthrough to experience them. Next up, a run of the Quarry Cave, collecting any iron I passed too, but there were no cursed villagers today. On the 12th of fall, I headed to Central Station for the last piece of rare wood I needed. By the way, I don't know if any of you noticed, I certainly didn't till it was pointed out a lot later, but the special wood is kept in a golden display case which is actually emptied once we buy it. Super fun little detail there. Check the statue first, I forgot. Never too late. Maybe I should put it in the house. Oh my god. -3 foraging? I'm glad it's... Blackberry season's over, we're all good. I did add blessings as well, yeah. I'm gonna check my mod folder. Wait, isn't it? Yes, blessings is definitely in there, I'm just unlucky. Maybe I'll put it here. I feel like it... Oh, no, not there. I am blessed with more curse, exactly. I'm just glad I don't need to forage today. A duck feather at the travelling cart reminded me to buy the duck I wanted like a week ago. We'll call it Drumstick. I got some more cheese going in the premium barn so I could put the new cast to work. Then I made a Dwarf King statue to keep the goddess company. Maybe she'll be kinder if she's not so lonely. Here we go. Oh. What is going on with me today? More ores, please. That's the perfect buff for my afternoon plans of iron mining. On to the 13th of fall and my curse luck continues. It's a curse again. I love that for us. -1 speed. Good thing I have coffee. Alright, let's get our scythe out. The scythe made the cranberry harvest extra satisfying. There's so many cranberries. I'm gonna dehydrate some. Stop trying to eat them. Then I headed for the mines again today for science. Usually mining iron, I reset floor 41 for it, but I got a suggestion in the chat that floor 45 means not having to walk through floor 40, which would be quicker. Trouble is, I was so sure that you can't get ores on those floors ending in 5, only gems, but I was willing to test it out. Anyway, I didn't find a single metal node all day on those 5th floors. And what I'm going to do is also, I'm going to go to floor 41. We're seeing that the ores don't just hate me today. This info isn't on the wiki or anything, but there are some hard to find sources online here and there that briefly talk about it, and I alternated with going to my usual floor 41 so I don't come out empty-handed. I will say, those floors ending in 5 are great for monster hunting though. That Sunday was a wine day. The melon we're shipping tonight will be awesome, but replacing them with mostly cranberries was saddening to say the least. On the bright side, we got a first look at the new winery. This is with the decorations. Whoa, wait, what are these? They're like inaccessible rooms. I mean, you can't actually get in there, but I guess that's what this is, right? I mean, it's already got a wine tasting section, but I think I want to do it myself. Within the Stardew Valley Expanded mod settings, there's an option to remove the winery decorations, and as I just said, I want to turn them off so I can decorate this place myself. Yeah, there we go, now it's empty. We can decorate it how we want. Except for these bits, these stay as they are. This place also ages wine a little faster than the basement, but for now, I'm just adding 25 more kegs. Especially for this challenge, we'll always need more wine. The 15th of fall is Sandy's birthday. She got a sweet pea to add another completed friendship to the tally. Just outside the big shed, I set up some bee houses ready to make mead with later, and added some casks to the winery. If I wanted to age as much wine as possible, I could cram them in every single tile, and use tools to pick them out with the age products, but I wanted this to be walkable so Olivia can show it off to her friends and potential customers. I just don't think a sea of casks will set a good impression, like how could we do quality control along the way if we can't even get to them? The next sleep brought us to the Stardew Valley Fair. I had a good selection of quality items to show off what we've been able to do with the Forever Farm. More than good enough for the win. I don't particularly need anything with the tokens this year, but I'm not going to pass up a prize ticket. I did forget to collect my display items though, as I found out the following morning. Finally got my first blessing from the statue this day though. We got wait, whoa. Blessing of Yoba. Luck, defense, speed, immunity, and also weapon speed. I didn't expect that to be a thing. Oh wait, it's also a good luck day. Maybe it's a good day to grind ore then. After I had all the day's farm chores, I changed my mind on that and deforested Cindersap. There's another 900-ish wood for our production expansion. The 18th of fall had another cranberry harvest. I'm dehydrating these too, simply for the sheer volume of them I've got. I added the last of the casks needed for Grandpa's shed that I forgot about, and had some more fun things to tend to upstairs. And now we get out the special wood. Special wood is going into special keg. The first sweet gem berries are done! Yay! For our very first regrowable bush, we need a rare seed, a sweet gemberry, and an ancient seed. Special keg is going to go... I think I'm going to put it in the winery, and it'll be its own, like, thing. We'll put some stuff around it. Actually, we can get our first sweet gemberry wine going. Okay, we have 4 rare seeds to begin with, so I need to make one easy mode one. There it is. There's our first regrowable bush, so we're popping that there. That's going to grow in 18 days, and then I need to go into my settings and increase the difficulty now. Recipe is going to be normal now, so I think I have to reopen this, and now it takes an artifact rare seed. I know I kept some. I think I put them like up here somewhere. Yeah, I've got 7 of them. Oh, I can only make 1. Why is that? Because it takes 2 seeds. Okay, yeah, I really can only make 1 for now. Until those have grown, I might as well turn that back into seeds and replant them. And we're going to get another sweet gemberry tomorrow. You can tell the difference between the regrowable ones as well, because these have got a little like green bit at the top. As you can see, this is going to be a process, and we're only just at the start. On Friday morning, I checked the travelling cart for some more rare seeds. It's only a tiny chance she can sell them in full, but I would kick myself if I didn't try. And we have... rare seed for 600 gold as well. Haha. Ooh, I just thought of something. We need a name for like our winery. Iridium cheese! Yay! I think we're going to need quite a lot of fairy dust just to get the sweet gem wine, the aged sweet gem wine done, because it's going to take a while to grow them all. And then we've only got 1 keg to process them in. Yeah, look, let's fairy dust this. Wow, 12,600 gold. Obviously, that has to be the wine we put on the sign outside the shed. And outside the winery, I've put a text sign to name our fancy goods business. Sweet Gem Winery Company. But Co for short. Oh no! I wish it was like centered. That's okay. The next sweet gemberry grew in the shed. Turn that one back into seeds. We're gonna need a lot of fruit to make the bushes and the wine. Which, speaking of, that first bottle went into a cask. I'm not sure if I said this yet, but one of the goals is to have 10 of each wine in stock that we're growing in the shed garden, at iridium quality. That takes 2 seasons to age. It's another reason why fairy dust will become so valuable. In the meantime, I set out my catalogues for some decorating. All the decor mods I used are in the mod list in the description. I added some flowers around the mini bee zone, with a little patio to sit at. Maybe we'll do a sun table because Sophia has Blue Moon Vineyard, so I have sun stuff. I don't really continue this theme. I was just feeling a little extra goblin in that specific moment. I can't forget some parts either. To get the vertical ones to cover what's visible on the screen, I can approach it via the big bee garden near the bus stop. I added more to the section 1 path as well to join them up. But then this goes to the actual bus stop, so this feels wrong, right? I think you should stop at the fence. We'll do it from here. Now I've got to be careful not to like hit the boundary. Ah! Aha! Got up a parking lot. Can you imagine? I'm curious to know how it'll appear. I'm glad I went back and did this because I found something new. I was thrown off seeing that gold node there, then noticed this other stone path leading down the side of Grandpa's shed, and that took me into town, but from where the bus stop would usually get us. What? Oh look! Magic disappearing paths! I think there's a secret path that like goes to town that isn't technically there. This feels like it's for nothing now because like when you actually go to the bus stop it's not there. I guess it'll be there in the farm screenshots, right? Yeah, look, this stops here. You can't actually go this way any further. Apparently the real path to town is this way. That's so confusing. To get around the disappearing path thing, I just added another lot on the actual bus stop map. Now it's the same. After clearing out the quarry and another mannequin in this run of the cave, I mined for iron for kegs and for stone for crystallariums for the day. But because I got home at almost midnight, I got some sleep before starting the next lot of wine. You'll see there's a variety in this basement. Those are 10 of each of most of the wine types growing in the shed garden. Those I have to transfer to the casks. Most of the rest of it is cranberry wine, which sucks, but the grapes will be a little better next week. 37 grand for all that wine. Pain. I know Sophia produces all one type of wine, but I'm not like that. I want to produce like a variety. Over in the shed garden, I added crystallariums in most of the gaps around the edge to duplicate diamonds for fairy dust. We still have one column of the sprinklers to fill here, but right on the end, we've gone with powder melons. Or peppers of fruit. Oh, it totally is. That's what's so weird. I know it won't be great, but like also, I just need something, you know? I don't want to use forage, and I don't want to add any extra crop mods at the moment either. Isn't tomato also a fruit? I think in Stardew it's classified as a vegetable. Yeah, it's a vegetable. Wait. Goji berries. I went with the goji berries instead. Those are from the Night Market expansion mod. I had some oak resin done on Monday so I could add more kegs to the winery. That's my current bottleneck for growing my keg collection, and these ones I'll fill when the next load of wine is done. At least that meant I had plenty of wood left over for all the cheese machines I want to add to the barn. Oh no. Stone? Am I gonna have to do another stone mining day? I would indeed need another stone mining day, but not before fighting today's goals in the quarry cave. Whoa. That looked so funny. The way that the sword was there and merged with the hand, it was like the hand was bringing me the sword. I'll just be selling that, along with any rings. No cursed villages this time either. By the end of the day, I'd amassed almost 600 stone, which meant I could add 13 more cheese presses to the premium barn the next day. I started off some mead, which is kind of like a honey wine. There are mods out there that let you have specific flour meads, but I do want to avoid overcomplicating things here. I grabbed a couple of dozen eggs from the auto grabbers so Gus can make another giant omelette, but when I got there, I found Claire, shall we say, discovering the effects of the state of our economy. Oh, 220? It was 200 last week. Well, isn't this real? My other supplier moved, so I had to find another. The ingredients are higher quality, but more expensive. See, at least Gus is providing a higher quality for the higher price. I will offer to help pay. Thank you. I promised to pay back. I'm not sure this ever happens though. Anyway, I dropped off Gus's eggs, which more than cover the cost, then chopped hardwood in the secret woods. A link for George's birthday finished his friendship on the 24th of fall, and chopped down much of Cindersap Forest, including the hardwood trees I planted a while back. Then on the 25th, I decorated the Mystic Tree Zone now that they're starting to grow in, with some paths, flowers, and grass. I wanted to give the front of the winery some attention too, but I ran out of stone for paths there, so I gathered some more whilst hunting haunted skulls in the quarry cave, and thankfully grabbed more than enough to finish off that patio. I changed my mind on some of it when I woke up, swapping a section out for crystal floor instead as a platform for our future golden clock. I also added a path through the animal area so I don't have to wade through the long grass, even if it took me a while to be happy with the outcome and get this fence gate sorted. On Spirit's Eve Day, I harvested the regrowable crops and diamonds from the shed garden. To keep me busy till tonight's festivities, I went through the quarry cave again and set off the next load of wine. It's always nice when the jelly is done on the same day too. I've been putting cranberries in these jars for an extra boost. I did make it to the festival that night, and finally gave up my grudge to buy the jack-o'-lantern recipe and the rare crow. If you know, you know. And then took on the spooky maze, full of surprises. The wizard is worthless. Well, grand. It's a glitch from, but my hotbar's apparently up there right now. This is going to be stuck on my screen forever now. Well, not forever, but until I walk onto another map. Despite it changing again this year, I could still sniff out the path to the loot at the end. 3 golden pumpkins. I had to rush through the last big cranberry harvest of the season on Sunday, so I could take full advantage of today's statue blessing and the good luck with a trip to Skull Caverns. I need to go get my staircases first and my extra bombs. 12 extra bombs is great, and we have 94 staircases. I think we're going to be fine. I didn't have any magic rock candy, but I did have spicy eel to help fuel today's Prizzy hunt. Prizzy, yay! We got one! Plus, I really need the stone. Oh, I'm being trapped by a mushroom. What a weird way to be stuck in the mines. Other than that weird little hiccup, this mining run went according to plan. I passed out on floor 161 on the last day of fall. Before we get on with our winter activities, we gotta have a look at the loot review. Mini loot review, we got 8 prismatic shards. I'm really happy with that. Obviously, for the fact that we needed stone, 851, we got almost a stack. 429 iridium. My iridium is kind of just like stocking up. I think the last time we did this, we got like 600 and something. Nothing else treasure-wise excited me, but getting what we needed made that day awesome. To kick off winter, I got a new shed built next to the premium barn because I'm running out of keg space fast. Desperate for something to grow, I harvested the powder melons from the shed garden to turn into seeds. I don't have that many, so I brought all my mystery boxes to Clint because you can get them in there sometimes, and I scored 16 more, amongst all the other loot of course. I visited Krobus and snacked on a star drop whilst I was there to bring him a horseradish for his birthday, another bestie added to the list, and before going home to plant those powder melons, I struggled my way through the Junimo woods again to see if any of the stores there sold powder melon seeds. They don't, by the way, but I might as well grab the other ancient seed artifact and some rare seeds. Not a completely wasted trip, and thanks to the farm totem, there was still plenty of time to get the powder melons in the ground. I was a little scatterbrained on Tuesday morning, but in the afternoon I shopped at Sandy's for some higher value fruit to grow in the greenhouse, and gave Claire a little encouragement to become part of Pelican Town's community. I could tell she wanted to, but no pressure. It's difficult putting yourself out there to new people. She'll think about it. I was in town to ask Clint for an axe upgrade, and had another errand I absolutely forgot about for a minute. Oh, the eggs! Those giant omelets have been a hit, and Gus needed eggs for another. All those weapons and rings I was carrying were mostly from those haunted skulls. It was about time I sold them off. It was dark by the time I got to the greenhouse, but the ancient fruit harvest brightened my spirit. There were blueberries too, but those are terrible for wine, so I destroyed those in favour of more starfruit for the right side of the planting space. I also had some work to do in the shed garden, harvesting and replanting the fairy roses. But now I'm using the powder melon space for those. They're growing outside at the moment anyway, and we're not close to ready for showing this to guests. Got a lot of money that night, having sold off excess iridium bars. Wine and cheese are still the primary focus, and even though this feels like a lot of money right now, this won't go that far in terms of the golden clock. On Wednesday, I moved a couple of buildings to fit a little nicer into this space, whilst I was at Robin's to ask for the shed to be upgraded. Now that it's a new season, I could claim my next mastery. No pole this time. You know by now the fishing one we're saving for the fishing challenge, so that just leaves combat. But now we can get trinkets! Ooh, actually, I'm gonna do a lap of Cindersap Forest and see if we can find any more seeds. I meant powder melon seeds there. I found 3 all day. I pressed my face into Clint's door until he opened on Thursday morning. That was the longest 10 in-game minutes of my life. Not to be dramatic or anything. It's like 7 seconds, by the way. Not dramatic at all. I traded some prizzies for this week's magic rock candy in the desert and took the trees down there too, carrying on my chopping in Cindersap Forest for the day. With the shed upgrade done on Friday morning, I moved the cheese machines in there. It's just harder working around all the animals in winter and rainy weather. I didn't successfully rescue any more cursed mannequins in the quarry cave, but I did get something else unexpected, though it took me ages to notice. Oh, I got a void ghost. I didn't even see the void ghost pendant. I guess I'm going to keep that safe for now. Any remaining time this day went to iron and stone mining. It was time for the next batch of wine on Saturday, and with the varieties we're making, what we don't get in enormous profits, we make up for in other ways. Oh, how satisfying is that? Look at all the different wines. You gotta admit, it does look pretty. I chopped the secret wood stumps, probably for more cheese machines, and ran up to Robin's for some new catalogues from the new decor mods I'd installed. Restaurant furniture, winery furniture, and forest cafe. I took all of the wood from near her shop too, and the railroad. That's another stack towards future kegs and cheese machines. 135 grand for this wine shipment was great, but I am planning on this number being much bigger. On Sunday the 7th, I used my new catalogues to start an outdoor dining area. We could get Gus to deliver food to pair with the wines we have here when the weather's good. Indoors is way more important though. This is going to be the shop. Of course, it needs a bar, and the H&W winery decor, along with the precise furniture mod, really helped bring this place to life. I have an idea. That looks like it's on the wall, right? That's given me an idea. Does that look more like a crate? Excuse me? Can they just go... I'm so confused. Because those aren't wall items. My confusion here is because none of the dedicated wall items I've tried would work at all. And this isn't for a wall. Oh, I can do this all along the wall. It's going to be really cute. If it works, it works. I don't understand. Wait, does that work with anything now? I know this isn't... What? I added some seating and another table for tastings when I was reminded of a feature in the Happy Home Designer mod that lets you have one huge combined catalogue that you can use without placing it on the ground. I thought I could buy it at Robin's at first, but the way to unlock this is to own one of each of the vanilla catalogues. Once you've got the Junimo Trash, Retro, Joja, and Wizard catalogue. Oh. I bought the Wizard one from Krobus, along with any recipes, and checked the travelling cart for the last one I was missing. Oh, there we go. We'll be alright. Now I just have to wait for a special letter to arrive. I wanted to work on the special Sweet Gem Berry wine keg zone next. I wanted it to be quite the attraction, and it took a while of me playing around with some layouts before we decided on something like this. Oh, what about the Wizard catalogue? My ex-wife took all the furniture. Fortunately, I had the good sense to make ethereal copies of everything and transcribe them into this book. Enjoy. Mildly terrified. I was looking for a nice lamp to go next to the couch, and filled the space out a bit with plants. Then I was hoping to find some sort of cheese board item to put on the table when I found something else. Oh my god, it's a Junimo chopping board. Wait, they make good little wall decorations. So what about this for like a menu? What in these? I mean, there's obviously not going to be cheese in this, but I was trying to see if it could at least resemble cheese. That looks like cheese though, cheese and herbs, right? Oh no, oh no, it's because of where I've got the table. Hang on, please pop up, please pop up. Darn it. Oh no, never mind. I did try moving the table, but that didn't help. I guess that's just where the item slot is. I'll try the glasses on it. It kind of snaps to a spot, so it moves the whole thing. And if I try to move it, it goes behind it instead. I suppose I could put the glasses up there instead. They could look like they're wall mounted, right? The red rack could be glasses in the middle. Oh. Yeah, no, I think you're right. That's awesome, thank you. Put a mannequin behind the bar as a bartender. Oh my god, that's so funny. I had to dye some pants for the outfit we had in mind, which didn't even matter. They were hidden by the bar anyway. Like that. Behind the menu. Oh my god. At the bar. I knew I was short, but like... I ended up scooting the bar back a bit since the mannequins can't be moved with a precise furniture mod. I mean, maybe I'll still be able to walk under the bar. And this looks way better. It's all good. We're fine. That's fine. It's kind of nice, actually. It looks like there's more space. If I walk right up to the bar, I can barely see over it. It's just up to my neck. Needs a name. I wish you could, like, name them easily. This does not help the rumors about me being short. They're not even rumors, it's fact. Hi, I'm Bill. How may I serve you? I'm trying not to let the fact that it's on one extra line bother me, but that's kind of cute. The thing is, you have to, like, walk behind the bar to, like, get him to say that. I'm trying to make it so that, like, it triggers... No, I wanted it to... Oh, it does. Look. Oh no, it covers him up though. Festival of Ice. I don't want to go. Maybe that's his way of like looking like he's working. He only looks like he's working when you come up to him. What'll it be tonight? I kind of like that. And it doesn't matter if it's not like nighttime right now because it's nighttime somewhere. Now all we need is some sweet gemberries, which I think there might be some done. Yeah. The first from our new bushes actually. I'll come back for the rest in a minute. I just want to go and put this one in the keg. Just so we have one like ready in there. Part of the fun is adding like little bits of lore, right? I went back for the shed garden crops as promised. We need a shed that's like a shop, like a normal shed. It's either that or we need to clear out, once these kegs are done, we need to clear a space in here for like the shop part. Or maybe we remove some kegs from here for the shop part. I think we remove some kegs eventually because I've got a new shed now. What was I doing? Oh yeah, I need rare seeds. The rare seed is so I can make the next sweet gemberry bush. Next difficulty we're moving up to now is hard. This is our next recipe. It definitely steps things up. For another little detail, we added a text sign by the special keg. I want a fun description like this for each of the wines, and it was a challenge trying to make this effective with the character limit. Like it took the whole afternoon of doing it and redoing it, but here's what we went with. Sweet gem wine, aged in handcrafted gem seed keg. Olivia, if anyone would care about the details. No, exactly. Oh, this is for the catalogue thing. Wait, so how do I use it? Oh, new catalogue from Robin. Right, okay. We can do that tomorrow. We'll have to do it before she goes to the class. Like, just before she goes. Wait, why am I picking these? I'm going to bed. Oh no, we got a curse. -2 luck. Well, I'm gonna have a bad luck sleep, apparently. Nightmares, exactly. It'd be funny if you could get, like, nightmare cutscenes just for, like, fun. I mean, that doesn't sound fun, but you know what I mean, right? It's a very good luck day. Should we go to Scott Caverns? Apparently not. I might be fine in there though. It's only -1 luck. It's not the end of the world. The speed's a bit painful though. If I can offset that with like stuff, right? The reason I want to go to the Skull Caverns is because I really need stone. I probably wouldn't take a magic rock candy. I don't have any totems. I could make one. Wait, how do I make them? Do I have the recipe? Please tell me I have the recipe. I don't have the recipe. No! I made cheese whilst waiting for Pam's working hours, and I'll get the new catalogue another day. I remember to trade for the desert totem recipe when I got out there. Yeah, I really just said screw the curse. I yearn for the mines. Who needs a curse though, when your brain is working against you? I just left Scott Caverns. Why did I do that? It's not the first time I've ever done that. I mean, at least it's 6 PM, right? I'm here for stone, to be fair. Because of that, I stuck around to gather more for a little while longer. Not much longer. I left like an hour later. What are you doing? This does not deserve a loot review, but I guess I did get my first trinkets down there. The 10th of winter is Sebastian's birthday. Can't say no to joining him and Sam for the Solarian Chronicles session on a day like this. I went with a wizard roll because, duh. Searching the back of the tower and entering through a secret trapdoor, we put an end to the Dreadlord's twisted experiments, and when we reached the top, I shielded my friends during the confrontation. That worked out well. The dingus tried to take us out with some dark energy, and it reflected right back at him and vaporized him. Oh, I got a B. I think that's the best I've ever done. Great game. Happy birthday also. Yay, full friendship. Done. Alright, Robin. I'm looking for Collector's Catalogue. Is this just all of them? Whoa. Yep, it's got all of them in there. This one needs to be combined with the other one. The Happy Home one. This one? Whoa! Look at it. It's like a whole cabinet. It's a bookshelf. Oh my god, it takes a second to load. Wow. Oh yeah, and then you get all these as well. Oh, that's amazing. Look at everything's in there. Thank you so much. Oh, that fits perfectly. It's meant to be. No decorating today. I focused on trying to get more kegs instead. The main bottleneck is oak resin, so I'm adding another tapper farm down here. Fertilized, of course, so they'll grow this season. 8 extra resin per week will definitely help, but I'm telling you now, this is nowhere near enough. At least with all the forested zones, wood won't be a problem. The 11th of winter and the wizard wrote to us with some really cool advice. Greetings, Emma. It seems you discovered the perfect catalogue, or rather, almost perfect. My alchemy experiments indicate that it may be possible to convert it into a more pocketable form with the help of the magical properties of fairy dust. If you attempt such a thing, please inform me of the results. Ooh. Oh no, now I don't get this catalogue anymore. Which I'm not going to rebuy all the pieces just to put it there. I think I have some fairy dust somewhere. Yes, I do. Wait, how does it work? Something about... Wait, oh no, wait. What if I pop it down? Oh, it's prismatic as well! What? That's so cool! We don't have to pop it down, right? Wait, I left click to use it. Keep that safe. I'm gonna put it in here because we use it a lot. Wait, so do I have to bring it to the wizard to show him? Probably not, but I'm gonna go do it anyway. He asked to see it and I can't say no. Not to the wizard. Maybe this will get me future waifu points. We have a Morgan cutscene. Ah, yes, it's about time. I sensed your arrival hours ago. With Yoba's guidance, I can foresee anything yet to happen. I shall call upon the marvelous elementals. What do you think of my Magnus impression? Was that good? It sure did for me. I was peeking at you the entire time. Magnus is gathering magical herbs for brewing potions tomorrow. They grow near a magical spring in the forest. He promised he'll take me someday when my connection with the forest is stronger. I should finish reading about these herbs. Thanks for dropping by, that was fun. Morgan is just adorable, and Rosmodus didn't have all that much to say about this morning's achievements. The wizard didn't even care about my shiny prismatic catalogue. I don't know how to feel about that. He literally asked me to come and see it. Back to work, I guess. I added 27 kegs to the cheesy shed before adding some flowers and grass to the winery outdoor dining area, as well as some lighting outside the shed and the barn. I had some diamonds, sweet gemberries, and other fruit to collect from the shed garden the next day. Well, I got excited about the sweet gemberries and ignored the other crops, but since I don't have enough of the other crafting ingredients now at hard difficulty, I just turned these all back into seeds to regrow. We can at least multiply them for now. I did check the travelling cart for more. No luck there, but knowing there's several for sale in the Junimo Woods made the trek worth it. We need more berries to make berries, and all of that kept me occupied until this week's batch of wine was ready, which means I can move the normal kegs out of where the wine shop is going to be and into the cheese shed. I do wish I checked the greenhouse earlier though. All of this ancient fruit and star fruit could have been in the kegs. With the space now clear, I could begin setting up the shop on Saturday. The shop won't actually be functional, it's just a bit of fun and imagination, okay? For the display tables, we thought this yellow one with the walnut wood would be best, and to make sure I get the right amount of them, I needed to check the shed garden to count how many types of wine we want to sell. I forgot the entire shed. The shed's going to be a day off sync. I'm going to sacrifice the wine in this one because the rest are going to be like done a day late and it's going to confuse me. So if I do this to like reset it, I can't believe I forgot the entire shed worth of wine. Okay, it's okay. We make it work. Resync it next week. Yeah, that's why the one keg that is outside by the shipping bin is to indicate when the rest of them are done. So that's why I wanted to like, obviously we sacrificed one wine in there doing that. I think it was necessary. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 13 tables. And the fairy roses is not for wine either. I fit 12 of the tables in nicely. They're spaced out like this so there's room next to each one for a chest for the stock. But the 13th table was causing issues. That's so annoying. Make one by the wine bar as the flavour of the week. Good thinking. Oh no, I need a space for cheese as well though. I feel like the cheeses might just have to go behind there. I went with 2 similar themed but slightly different tables and oh my goodness, they're wonky. But I don't fix it because this is where I was told about the rare wood display in Central Station. Wait. Oh! I've never noticed that. Wait, that's really cool. I know we don't need any more, but I just want to... Wow! That's awesome. You might have noticed that I've been ignoring the powder melons here. There just aren't enough of them to bother with, and they're not very profitable anyway, but I harvested 10 today to put in the next batch of wine because I'm gonna need to age them for stock too. The sign I stole from the bus stop will indicate our wine of the week when we're open for business, and I got the chest set up which will be empty for a while yet. There was a bit of place for the wine of the week. Maybe not by the bar, maybe as you come in the door? Yeah, that makes sense. Between last night's 143 grand and tonight's missed bottles, we made over 200 grand in wine this week. Then on the 14th, I edited the wine of the week sign to current special because we all know that over time, I'm not going to remember to switch this out every single game week. Checking on the barn, I found that we ran out of hay. I ran over to Harvey's with a birthday coffee in case I forget about him later, and bought today's rare seed from the travelling merchant on my way to West Indesap to fill my silos there. This is the bit where the bear lives. I wonder if the bear's got anything helpful for us up here actually. Honey, maple syrup, oh, oak resin. Whoa, it's so expensive, I just bought it all despite its price. I should probably get the recipes too, just so I don't forget it. Hibernation isn't cheap these days. Thank goodness for Stardew Expanded and its natural growing long grass and areas with extras of it. Oh, also Grampleton Fields. Wait, I can do there too. Oh, this is... I should have just come here. Keeping my eye on the time as well. I don't particularly want to pass out. Out cutting grass until midnight. Thank goodness for fast travel. Oh, cool. Free void egg. The 15th of winter marked the start of a new live stream, and in between streams, a kind soul pointed out that I'd accidentally been putting away my rare seeds in the main seed chest. There's 11 of them in here, all ready for our future berry bushes. We're once again running out of keg space, so I wanted to squeeze in another shed in this back corner, but I'd need to move some stuff around. The second silo is going in the bottom corner of that field, and to make sure the space is just a little less cramped, I used the Let's Move It mod to pick up the bushes and move them outside of the buildable zone. I also wanted to build the 150 grand dining room for at least temporary keg space, and this thing is huge, but I had some items in the way. No! That's so annoying. Home we go again. Had to run all the way home again to fix that, but there is an instantly built extra room. And then of course, I have to order the shed we originally came for. There we go. Oh yeah, it works! Look at that! Okay, perfect. Wait, I moved the bush and I didn't need to. I mean, now we have a bush in that corner where there wasn't one, and it looks better. I might move the bush in the front though. I went all the way home to move a bush that I didn't need to move. I did have to move another one, so it's out the way of the path I want to place. Then I added tappers to my newest little tree farm, put my kitchen back together, and changed the walls and floors in the new space to match some keg room vibes. Why does this not work? No. Actually, screw you. Screw you, yes it does. Make it work, there we go. Night market is open, I'm gonna leave it this year. We'll do it on a future year, we've got all the years ever to do it. I didn't do too much that evening, just worked on the shed garden harvest. I finished filling the cheesy shed with kegs the next day, a great time to set off some more cheese, and the rest of the day went to wood chopping in the desert and the valley. Not much to report on the 17th of winter either, just chose to help Gus with another giant omelette, and went to collect my 3 ticket prizes from the machine. Aha! The stuff is still in the lost and found. I think someone said that it would be gone forever between sessions, but it's here still. Maybe this used to be a thing back in the day, I don't know. With our main aim now being money for the golden clock, the smaller things will just happen naturally in that time, so don't be surprised to see a lot of early bedtimes from here on out. I think we'll just go to sleep today. We're mainly waiting for wine. 70 rand, what did we... Oh, jelly, dried stuff. Oh, it was the cheese. I was like, what did most of our money just come from? Okay, so I need to be keeping up with the cheese. Although, I can work through the milk pretty quickly. We'll check in the other barn as well. There was actually quite a lot of milk waiting in that first barn, but with this number of cheese machines and how quickly cheese produces, it still means I don't have to refill the machines all that often to work through it all. Robin had now finished my next shed, so I was back at her counter for an upgrade. Oh, I need stone? Do I even have enough stone? I don't even know if I've got stone, and we might have to get stone. I had more than enough stone, thankfully. No construction delays here. Gus paid me 3 grand for another 24 eggs, and from his prize ticket, I got some mystery boxes. It's always nice. Olivia, hello! It is great to take a break from work. I'm still trying to get your stuff done though. She needs to see this because she told me to like go and get this. Wow, 12 grand for a bottle. This is why we don't just have like a shed full of sweet gem wine because it's kind of OP. Olivia, you need to check this out. I haven't even aged it yet. I think you'll like it. Here you go. It's important to take breaks to take care of yourself. Well, are you just saying that because you're with the others? And she's definitely just saying that because she's in company. I was excited that Friday might have been the next wine day, except I can't do it just yet. I need to wait for the ones lagging behind in Grandpa's shed. I could, for now, grab the cheese that finished aging. The first piece of store stock is ready to go. I do just end up keeping this in the specials chest. Cheese is always special. To fill the time before I could turn over the week's wine, I made a list in my physical notepad of the wine types because I was struggling to keep track of which ones I had aging in the casks. This way, I know which types of wine I need to save for store stock before I ship them. Once I got through that, and all the kegs that were already finished, enough time had passed for me to be able to resync the wine production again. Yeah, 500 grand, so we can go get the bear tomorrow. Let's go get a bear. Our bear guard. I headed down to Marnie's to check that out. The forest bear was just on their way out of her home. Hey there, Chungus! Who you calling Chungus? Just had a chat with a nice lady in there. Can you imagine if you I'm just trying to imagine like the scenes from Marnie. You're just in there, minding your own business in your shop. In fact, it's not even opening hours yet, right? So you're there, you're groggy. You're having breakfast and your coffee in the morning, and a bear just like walks into your locked door, somehow having picked the lock, just to have a chat. My friends are ready to help out on your farm, but only if you got one of those new fancy premium barns. A bear could rest up nice in one of those. Well, this maple syrup won't sleep itself off. Have a nice one. It's winter, shouldn't you be hibernating? Oh wait, it's not 9 yet. I knew that. Why did I? Oh, a tree. I will chop the wood while I wait. And these are important in Stardew Expanded, for those who don't know, because they produce a very special type of honey that isn't like other honey, that I don't think you can do anything with other than sell it, but you need it for shipping. They're also decent money. You'll see. But the reason I unlocked these today is because we've got a premium barn and the total farm earnings have just surpassed 5 million gold. 28,000 gold for a bear. One of Bear's buddies who will occasionally find jars of honey, comes as an adult and lives in the barn, doesn't consume any hay or grass. That building is full, I disagree. No, it's not. What do you mean? Oh no, now we have to pick one. I think I just need to close my eyes and pick one. Jerry. Oh no, I can't sell Jerry because then I'd have to sell Ben and I don't want to do that either. I don't want to pick. I could sell Screwball and then get a bear called Screwball. Thankfully, I noticed the change home button before we had to say goodbye to one of the precious animals, the space in the first barn. We don't have to sell anyone. Now we need another name. The name I tried to paste in from the live chat for our new bear was Browner Bear, a German ice cream brand which translates to brown bear. Oh, no, we're gonna make it fit. How dare you? No, let me go to the beginning. Okay, I guess we're gonna keep the symbol. Let's go see our new bear friend. So bear guard, complete. This bear is supposed to guard all of our animals in this barn. Look at the bear friend. And it will put some, oh, it'll put honey in there over time. Now that we're approaching the end of the season, I picked all the powder melons and replaced them with forage to hold the sprinklers. Then on Sunday, I asked Clint for my final axe upgrade and dropped by the desert for totems, staircases, and starfruit seeds. I was initially planning to switch out today's greenhouse starfruit for rhubarb, but we're about to enter spring when I can grow it outside, so more starfruit it is. We still also get some variety from the shed garden crops too. 21 more kegs were added to the new room on the house on Monday. I should mention that I have, in previous saves, used several off-farm locations to mass-produce kegs. Places like the bus tunnel, for example, but on this farm, I'm enjoying finding ways to manage the space on my own property, at least as much as possible. I actually attended Community Day this month to take a little break from the wine and cheese production hole we've lost ourselves in, just to make sure the townies know I haven't forgotten about them. Another year coming to a close. I feel like it was a good one, don't you? I very much do. Henny's already here reading. Omelette. Oh no, the table is like 2 different colors. Interesting. Maybe it's one of those expandable tables. Do you know what? Actually, it kind of does give that vibe, right? Like if you... Oh, my face is kind of in the way. Hang on. I don't know. Some of the tables got like sun bleached or like dusty. And then the middle part that's like the expanded bit that's been like covered up has remained all nice. I never noticed this clock here before either. Very cute. Whoa, look at that. There's a whole line of people. It's like they're on an invisible track. That's wild. Even the chicken goes, yeah. Charlie goes to Community Day. Charlie's part of the community. Clint's late. Maybe he was working on my axe. Is the community centre usually this decorated, or is it only for the Community Day? Like, what do they do with all the furniture? Do they just bring this furniture here once a month? We'll have to have a look tomorrow. I need to know if there's furniture in there, like, outside of Community Day. Oh, let's see what's on the special order board today, too. Cave patrol for dust sprites or another giant omelette. I'm doing another giant omelette because I kind of find it funny just taking it every single time it's there. Couldn't help stealing another text sign on my way home, but then I had an idea. Wait. Pop in a little bit of promo on the bus stop sign. I cleared out the quarry on Tuesday morning whilst waiting for Leah to open her door for me to give her a truffle on her birthday, and in the minutes before Gus opened for his delivery, I checked the community centre for furniture, as promised. Okay, so the furniture does stay there. The food, however, also stays there, and that's a little bit questionable. But now we know this actually looks really good. It looks so much more lived in. We were considering decorating the community centre at some point, but we don't need to now. Gus got his next lot of omelette ingredients, granting me another few grand and 2 more fairy dust. Then I collected my upgraded axe and bought a whole stack of rhubarb seeds from Sandy to prepare for spring. I will want a triple harvest, so I added a reminder to come back here on Thursday when she sells it in the deluxe journal. I started my winter start eve with some cheese making and checked on the animals. That special bear honey, by the way, doesn't go into any artisan goods or recipes, and it's not a loved gift for anyone either. You're good to just sell it. The oak resin supply was still proven to be a problem. I wanted to put another tapper farm near my hot spring, having already forgotten that I can't plant trees out here, so I'll have to ponder another location. Before we even get to the festival, this winter star is obviously the best, because the wizard mailed us a gift. I want to think by my lack of reaction here that I'm simply playing it cool. He's not even my assigned gift giver. Elliot's my secret friend this year, and I knew another bowl of soup would be a hit. Emily is my actual secret gift giver, and it just keeps getting better. Emily! Thank you! That's really helpful. The room has been broken. I do not like blackberry cobbler, I like deluxe beaver. Spread that one. Spread that one everywhere, I'm happy with that. Speaking of which, I used one of my totems to get to the desert because today is a Thursday. I wasn't sure if I was going to be able to get into Sandy's, but you don't know if you don't try. Will she sell us deluxe speed grow? Sandy! She knows I needed more. Maybe this was the hint. Oh, you know what? But just buy a stack. Now we know. Now we know we can get in there. Great day! Amazing day. It's a Christmas miracle. I was hoping the next day would be a wine day. Wine? Wine. Yeah, there we go. I harvested the next load of ancient fruit from the greenhouse first, as well as some of the shed garden crops, and the next few sweet gem berries here meant I could make my first hard difficulty berry bush. 2 more to go at this level, and it should have meant that I could shorten the regrow duration. Somewhere along the line I kind of messed up the chain of regrow days, so I had to move it back up to 20 here. I could then set off this week's wine, and add the Iridium quality normal cheese to our stock. Then after some good discussion, we decided that I'll, at least during this phase, make use of part of the quarry for a large oak tapper farm. I haven't got a challenge plan for this space yet, and I'm not using the whole thing here. The 17 or so oak resin per week is going to draw out the final goal of buying the golden clock, in my opinion, unnecessarily. I'll tear this tree farm down at the end of the challenge. We made 289 grand from this week's wine, some cheese, and a few other goodies, and I'm going to need that number to be much bigger to not have this challenge span many years. On the 27th of winter, I harvested this batch of forage just not to waste it, but I did turn some of it back into seeds to hold the spots into spring. Low on wood again, I chopped the desert trees so I could stick some paths in between all of my quarry oak trees. I wouldn't want any rocks and ores getting in my way. I had a bone to donate to the museum which unlocked a new reward. New reward? I think it's part of the statue, right? I still can't unsee that this is like a person standing, like doing a pose. I always thought that that's what it was for the longest time until someone actually put the thing together. It looks like someone with like knees bent. You know, I'm actually gonna leave it there. I think I saw it in like someone had it in a video or a stream or something, and I was like, oh, that's what it's for. If you didn't know, it's actually part of a 3-piece display. Back on the farm, I found out I ran out of hay again, so it was an evening of mowing down the Grampleton fields. Then on our last day of year 3, I wasn't staying up till midnight. Excited for the new season to roll in, I just made some cheese, checked the travelling cart who didn't have a rare seed for me, and headed to bed super early. Can you believe we're in our 4th year on the Forever Farm now? The thought of reaching perfection isn't even on my mind, but what is on my mind is getting some decent wine crops going. I planted 4 sprinklers worth of strawberry seeds saved from previous years, and the rest of the outdoor crop space will go to rhubarb, all with deluxe speed grow too. I need that triple rhubarb harvest. Having used most of my wood on those quarry paths, I chopped some more for the 2nd of spring. We'll see how long this 3 and a bit stacks will last us. The oak trees at the quarry had grown by the 3rd, and the 34 tappers I brought with me weren't enough. I'll do the tappers before the kegs, but I do want to make extra kegs. So copper, iron, coppers for tappers, iron for kegs, because we don't need... Oh, I don't need to make 58 tappers. I need to make 16. Now I can put the rest into kegs. And finishing the tapper farm means we'll be able to make an extra 50 kegs every week. 67 if we include the tappers on the farm. Much better. I can make more kegs! Wait, there's like another few oak resin back here. But I don't walk through the backwoods as often now, so I mostly forget about these. Thursday had the next starfruit harvest in the greenhouse, and there were many things ready in the shed garden, including the next sweet gem berries. I only had enough mystic syrup for 1 more bush at hard difficulty, and with some rare seeds to spare, I just replanted those for now. We still need more fruit to craft with, and I made sure to get another in the special keg. I then gathered another stack of wood in West Cindersap that afternoon to keep me productive until this week's wine was ready. That's another 418 grand on the balance, and the good news continued in the morning with these next bottles of mystic syrup. I was waiting for this to craft my last regrowable sweet gem bush at hard difficulty. I left the regrow time at 20 here because it has been wrong for a while, and now, on to hell difficulty. An ancient seed, 2 rare seeds, 6 fairy dust, 100 sugar, an ancient seed artifact, 4 sweet gem berries, 8 mystic syrup, and 1 prismatic shard, and I have to do this 4 times. The sugar I'm just going to buy from Pierre. I'm only making 4 of these bushes, and growing and processing 400 beets in a mill will take longer than I'd like to spend on it. This isn't a continuous production item, unlike the fairy dust, which I'm also using to skip time in the casks. That's 25 days saved on aging this ancient fruit wine, and now I can get the pineapple wine in there. Where's the ancient fruit one gonna go? One of the first ones you see, right? You want the expensive ones up front. Our collection has begun. I also used a few fairy dust to fast forward the mead. It takes 1 fairy dust per quality stage, and I just couldn't wait to bring Olivia a sample. Excuse me? Oh, I clicked on the book. I clicked on the blueprint table. I was like, is this Olivia's reaction to me giving her the mead? What's happening? Oh. Okay, she doesn't like mead, so maybe we shouldn't sell mead. Mead will not be sold. No mead. She must be a wine-only person. We figured there might be a story behind this, one you'll hear about later in the year. The 6th of spring was skipped, aside from cheese making, and the 7th had this year's first outdoor strawberry harvest. Can't forget the ancient fruit in the greenhouse too, and the travelling cart had a cheap rare seed for me. I bought the 400 sugar from Pierre's to make sure I'm prepared, even if I'm a while off crafting the rest of the bushes. Then I ran the quarry cave for the first time in a while and got my first masculine version of the mannequin. What's with the sign? Oh. Get Christmas beverages from the Sweet Gem Winery Co. Oh no, wait, hang on. Anyway. I sprayed myself in Monster Musk on Monday morning for some bug squashing in the hopes of getting some more ancient seed artifacts. I only need 1 more, so I was intending to leave as soon as I got one. If I got one. Which I did, but as per, I guess, tradition now, I didn't notice it for a while. I got one! Yay! Okay, I don't need to be here anymore. On the 9th, I got some more cheese going so I could bring some to Olivia to apologise about the mead. So thoughtful, yay! Apologies accepted. Went back to bed after that so I could get on with the rhubarb replanting the following day, and I could gather all the oak resin at the quarry, which went straight into more kegs. 67 more kegs, yeah! That's the house room full. Not going to call this a dining room, and the rest went into the 2nd extra shed. Those will get filled with the next batch of wine on Thursday. Still working on growing this number. With the amazing luck and awesome statue blessing on the 12th of spring, this day was made for iron mining. Now that we have a decent oak resin supply, I was going to burn through my iron stocks. Like these 87 bars I got today will only last us just over a week. Another starfruit harvest filled the hours before the egg festival began on the 13th. I bought another 100 strawberries in case I want them in a future year, and only just managed to scoop up 9 eggs in the race, narrowly scraping through with another win. Yay! We got it! A variety of wines had finished their 2-month aging process on Sunday. Look at all that Iridium quality stock! I rearranged the front row of shop tables and chests to stagger them a little now that we don't need space for the mead, and being able to set all of these displays up felt like a real, tangible progress boost. Things are coming together. I had some spare high-quality cranberry wine, and Olivia could do with another sample. She approves. My festival prize ticket gave me 5 more artifact troves. Got those opened immediately to find out what my real prizes were. No, we got another treasure appraisal guide. I think I'm full on mastery, so I'm gonna keep it for now. We'll get a bit of extra gold from the artifacts, which prompted me to bring some more combat gear to Marlon to sell. It's just a few trinkets, but they fetch 1,000 gold each. I also want to go get the forage from the summit today. I don't think we've been up here for a good while. I can't remember if I've got any of the spring forage yet. I probably do, but just in case. Oh no, see I haven't got the Ferngill Primrose before because I need to ship them. The 15th of spring marks the start of the 3-day desert festival. Why are we facing the Why did we just get all up in Caroline's face before we left? That was so weird. I gave a cactus a new home before asking Emily for today's outfit. Okay. I guess I'm keeping this on for now. Why does the hair stick out of the hat so much? Bothering. Oh, hi Pam. Neither of today's stall holders had particularly exciting stock to me, but I did buy another rare seed from Suki, searched the nearby trash can, and sped through the scholar quiz for some easy eggs in case I want to use them on a future day. That's all I wanted from the desert today. I returned to the farm to harvest the strawberries and ancient fruit, and set down the cactus in the wine shop as another worker. I used Central Station to get to the festival earlier on Tuesday. I don't know why, I just dug up some eggs and waited for Emily to arrive for the next outfit change. This one's much cuter, but I was feeling a little bit exposed in this top. I need sleeves. Even if it's a clown shirt. We're going half clown today. When am I not at least half clown? It is a suitable outfit for Skull Caverns, actually, you're right. Maybe I keep it on ready for like our Skull Cavern adventure. Although that being said, when I go tomorrow, I'm gonna not bring an outfit so I have space. She's gonna give me an outfit. Who are today's sellers? Oh yeah. Back on the bus I go. Elliot, and I don't know who the other one is. It looks like it's gonna be Evelyn. I do eventually want to collect all the why is he selling 5 of these hats? I want to collect all these eventually, but forever fun. We're gonna be here for a while. We have seeds and, I mean, the cookie wallpaper is adorable, but I don't need it. It's mainly... We'll get the pencil just to have it as part of the collection. We'll go tomorrow. No matter the luck tomorrow, we'll go to Skull Caverns. I had to pick up today's oak resin first, but I did go through with my plans for Skull Caverns on Wednesday, fueled by a sour salad. Oh, I forgot to get blessings. Hold on. We got... Oh, 10 max health. Okay, well, it could have been better. We'll do ladders. And then I need another totem. Before diving into the caverns, I asked Emily for my next look. Oh, that's so cute. Adorable. Wait. We have a delicate bow and a pink shirt and a skirt. We are rocking the chub rub for Skull Caverns today. Anyway, let's go. We want to try and get to floor 30, but we also want to get as much mainly iron. I mean, iridium would be nice just in general, but we don't really need it as much. And also we want calico eggs because we're at the desert festival at the end of the day. It only took me a couple of hours to get to floor 30 for today's adventure challenge, but I continued through the floors, grabbing any loot I could get my hands on. I couldn't pass out down here. Had to hand in my egg rating and spend my eggs. So let's have a look at the loot review just before I leave from floor 89. I mean, obviously we weren't trying to go anywhere far with this. Like, we got how many calico eggs? Like 205 calico eggs. It's not amazing, but we're just here for the vibes this year. Like, we're not aiming for anything in particular. We just wanted to be here, that's all today. I had to make room in my backpack for some extra goodies, like Gil's hat for my egg rating of 27, a Tricon hat with Elliot running a stall again, then a magic rock candy and a couple of mystery boxes from the egg trader. The festival fun meant I arrived home too late to handle the wine duties, so those got delayed till Thursday when I could also add 71 more kegs to the newest shed, even if I only have cranberries to fill the extras now. I kept 60 bottles of wine out of this week's shipment, so I could age them for samples later. I do have casks free, but they're going to cheese this time, which only takes a week to get from gold to iridium quality. The next rhubarb day arrived on the 19th of spring. We have one more planting in us thanks to the deluxe speed grow. I didn't have enough seeds here, and I bought a stack of starfruit seeds in prep for summer when I dropped by Sandy's for a top-up. That's way too many rhubarb seeds, but that's okay. Another 3 sweet gemberries had ripened in the shed garden, grabbing the other fruit and fairy roses too whilst I was up there. The powder melons will eventually get their space back up here. I'm just desperate for more fairy roses right now. Like, I even came back with deluxe speed grow for them. Nothing of note happened on the 20th of spring, but on the 21st there was some more iridium wine to take to our shop. The casks here got filled with our extra sample wine. With the next few mystic syrup ready to go, I wanted to expedite the process a little on getting more, since these were one of the ingredients I was waiting for to craft more sweet gem bushes, so I spammed a tapper with fairy dust. I didn't really think about the fact that I need fairy dust itself as part of the crafting recipe, so it's still gonna have to wait. Adding today's iridium wine to the shop, we're just waiting for the pineapple one to finish aging, and we need more sweet gem wine, which is pretty slow going. Still, the store is almost done. Sunday is one of the few days Martin is in town. He's one of my lowest friendships, so I rushed over to him with a golden pumpkin. Here you go, happy birthday. Oh, I should have brought a Stardrop tea. No, I shouldn't. It's not his birthday. Why did I think it was his birthday? I'm all over the place. It's because, like, at this stage, I'm mainly giving people gifts on their birthdays, so I forgot that it's not his birthday. So he's not getting a Stardrop tea, because I only have one of those. The 22nd had the next expensive greenhouse fruit harvest, and the next community day. I brought Claire a sunflower there while she's easy to reach, but Morgan didn't attend, so I had to get myself to the wizard tower to bring them a void egg. I picked strawberries on Tuesday, which I have been doing mostly every few days. And other than some more smelting, I only really fetched some cheese from the machines, ready to go into the cast on Wednesday, which is also a festival day. Let's go see the flower dance. We have mods installed, so I think this is our first time seeing modded flower dance. Look at the dress! It's so cute. Wait, I love it. I feel pretty. Am I hopping? Is it just me or does it... Wait. It doesn't look like I'm walking. It looks like I'm like bunny hopping everywhere. I'm so excited about... When I'm walking forward, it looks like I'm just walking, but this way it looks like I'm hopping. Frolicking in this dress, you're so right. Claire is this year's dance partner, and the flower dance mod is supposed to help us dance similarly to everyone else, so let's see how that actually pans out. Am I gonna match? We're still a little out of line. We're also still a little off time, but we are actually doing the same move. Although I don't know if like, it would have been different probably if I asked one of the guys instead, right? It was certainly better, but I'm still a little out of line and a little out of time. Maybe we just can't dance. Okay, 10 p.m. Do we think we're going to be able to get through all the wine in time? Probably if I hurry up, right? I think I'm just going to do it tomorrow because I've got quite a lot of kegs to get through and it's going to take me a while to get through them all, and I don't want to do half a batch because that would annoy me also. It's a good thing I waited till the next day, so I had time to add more kegs. At this point, I was running out of keg space again, and my cheese production is way outpacing my milk production, so swapping some of these machines out for kegs just makes sense. Olivia got a sample of Iridium quality cheese. Then I chopped down the forest that probably hadn't long regrown. Not much of it left either, coming back after midnight with over 2 stacks of wood. I crashed into bed to see another over 500,000 gold roll in. Then on the 26th of spring, I brought my scythe to Grumpleton Fields to refill my silos again. No store-bought hay here, they're all fed with the finest locally grown grasses. I was worried that it didn't seem to regrow out there, so I moved to West Cindersap instead. Look at all these sweet gemberries I could harvest on the 27th. Just gotta wait for the fairy roses to bloom before I can make the next bushes. A few more kegs finished the newest shed, so now the overflow is going into the working part of the greenhouse. None of them in the accommodation zone, don't worry. I mined for the rest of this good luck day, or I tried to. This is the worst good luck day I've ever had. I mean, it might get better, I'm not gonna write it off, we're still only at 150. By the end of the day, I'd be coming home with 67 more iron bars, so not bad by any means really. On the 28th of spring, I replaced the last outdoor rhubarb harvest of the year with a variety of seeds I wasn't fussed about to keep the sprinklers tilled and watered. I didn't have enough of those, so I bought a load of parsnip seeds from Pierre's to fill the rest. Not totally satisfied with yesterday's iron yield, I wanted to go back to the mines. Oh no, oh -1 luck. That's negated by our spicy eel anyway, and this time we get an extra ore per node. It didn't take long to see that we probably do even better than yesterday, and yeah, we did come home with 10 more bars, with even more melting down in the furnace. It's summer again, which means we've been working on Olivia's fancy goods business for an entire year now. Summer has some incredible options for profitable wines. I grabbed some melon seeds from Pierre's, which I'm planting alongside the starfruit seeds we prepared last season, all on deluxe speed grow. Again, the triple harvest is going to be necessary. Oh, I forgot what my animals can get out of here. I need to put a gate here. We can't have them touching the decorative grass. The shed garden got a bit of attention too, though I do wish I replanted those fairy roses. On the 2nd of spring, I chopped 3 stacks of wood in Cindersap Forest. Then on the 3rd, I popped to Pierre's to buy some more fairy rose seeds, forgetting that without Key's walnut room, Pierre doesn't have his stock list, and they're out of season. I don't have any more Iridium wine ready at the moment, so Olivia got a cheese wheel sample. Then I returned to the farm to make 67 kegs, a few of which went in the greenhouse. Excuse me? I just put a keg in the wall-mounted keg. I'm gonna leave that feels weird. I also replanted the starfruit there, then added another row of kegs to Grandpa's shed. I originally wanted to leave the whole front walkway free, but desperate times, you know? With 30 kegs remaining, I'd officially run out of space within buildings on the farm. I don't want to put them in the barns or the coops, so even if temporarily, they're going in the quarry cave entrance. I don't want the town to be able to see easily, and I don't think anyone goes venturing in this cave really. Am I going to forget about them in here potentially? But at least they're kind of hidden. No one's going in here. I started filling these here because by the time I got home, the rest of the wine was ready. So with that plus some Iridium cheese and a couple of other bits, we made 735 grand. On the Thursday, I restocked on deluxe speed grow and starfruit seeds in the desert before getting around to dealing with the fairy roses in the shed garden. There was lots of cheese making today so I could age some more as well as ship some, and the truffles have been providing a helpful boost too. Not much to see on Friday apart from this rare seed purchase, so moving on to Saturday, I withdrew a load of excess eggs from the auto grabber when I was checking for a rabbit's foot. Glad to see a gold one here. Today is Martin's birthday. I bought a cinema ticket, not willing to wait until he knocks off work that night, so I thought I might as well bring someone for the friendship points. I thought the wizard would appreciate a day to himself, so I chose to bring Morgan with me. All of my remembering power was drained on making sure Martin got his birthday gift, so I forgot to get Morgan a movie snack, but they still seemed to enjoy the trip nonetheless. Oh no, I forgot to get a snack for Morgan. Oh, that's okay. Whatever. We're getting some friendship. I'm all over the place today. Sorry, no movie snacks. That is a oh god, not the phone sound. I had to stop at PS on my way home to get something brand new. Journal. So this is from the Typeable Books mod. Oh, are they single slot? Oh, they totally are. These books, I'll show you how they work later. I'm just gonna go dump them in all the chests. Actually, no. Should we just have a look at them? Oh yeah, that happens. Let me click OK. So let's do the grape one. We had a description that was suggested by Fresh Funk Produce that I wrote down for the grape one, and it was kind of like funny. So, oh, my face is in the way. This is the only mod that would do as close to what I want as possible, if that makes sense. Let me type this out. So grape wine, reminiscent of old grapes. I think that part came from Fresh Funk. And then I'm feeling a little goblin. Tastes like purple. I'm gonna hit OK on it. Now I can open it and like edit it at this stage. You can't press escape to close it, but I'm just gonna check in the mod settings real quick because, okay, there are no options. It names the book something when you sign it. So like here, like let's say we were done with this one, we can click the little feather to sign it. And now when you right click on it, it comes up like a piece of paper. Now what I wanted from this is to be able to put this on a table. So like I wanted to be able to put it on a table and then like read it from there, but you can't do that. It doesn't work like that. So the closest thing I'm going to be able to do for now is put it in here with it. I do wish I could rename the way the books are, but this is, like I said, this is the closest thing to like what I was looking for. These can also be fun if you want to have your own in-game notes, a diary, or memories and such, but the reason I wanted to use a mod like this, rather than the text sign, is because I didn't want to have to worry about the character limit of the text sign, and walking through here might feel a bit cluttered with all the text bubbles coming up. I mined for iron and slayed bats for a cave patrol quest for the rest of the day. Turns out I found a way to stay up anyway, because I wanted to top off Martin's friendship with the Stardrop tea I should have brought earlier. I was hoping I might be able to finish the bat slaying before this day was over, but passed out just 3 short of the goal. Didn't take long to get all of those sorted the next morning. A spare Stardrop tea is coming up pretty soon. I made some more cheese and went back to bed, looking forward to the Monday ancient fruit harvest and a good shed garden harvest. On the 9th, I brought my extra artifact appraisal guide to the bookseller, thinking I could trade it for more troves. Turns out you get 3 spicy eels for them, which I already have enough of. I bought the price catalogue to add to my pounds collection, as well as a book of stars to trade for extra fairy dust, and the book I brought over here I sold directly to Marcello for an extra 500 gold. I went back for Horse the book too, even if I haven't figured out when I'd like to build a stable. I brought the wizard some supernatural goo to add to his love gift log, forgetting I already gave him one before. Then it was over to the saloon with another 2 dozen eggs. Gus's giant omelette urge is back. That's an easy 3 grand and a Stardrop tea. The 10th was a starfruit and melon harvest, in perfect time for the next wine day. That's another 760 grand or so, including some other cranberry products. With the next few sweet gem berries perfectly ripe on the 11th, I could make my next 3 regrowable bushes at hell difficulty. 1 more bush before we filled the space. That passed the morning till the luau begun, and this year I bought the starfruit from Pierre simply because I felt like it. It's not for the soup. I had some Iridium quality goat's cheese for that, which apparently made it the best soup ever. We just keep outdoing ourselves. As a town, I mean. I probably wouldn't eat it. I don't even like goat's cheese. Friday morning, I was after my next rare seed from Suki. Garlic seeds? I must just grab them out of, like, instinct. See, garlic seeds must have. I carried on through the forest to bring the wizard another gift, but I seem to have interrupted Morgan's transmutation lesson, which wasn't going too well. I offered up a demonstration. I don't think Rasmodius would have believed me if I said I could do it without proof. I will turn this iron into gold. I think into gold, right? Haha! Transforming the iron into gold is advanced alchemy passed down from magic practitioners. Changing the physical properties of an object is a monumental task, requiring immense concentration and a great deal of mana. I'm just special. How did you learn how to perform alchemy, Emma? I don't know, I just did it. You taught yourself? Fascinating. Seeing you turn that bar of iron into gold filled me with determination. You can do it, Morgan! Yeah! Just had to have the right teacher. Hopefully this magic rock candy impresses the wizard even more. The wizard enjoys a sweet treat every now and again, apparently. Coming back up through the farm, I chaotically replanted this starfruit in the greenhouse. Seriously, why am I doing it like this? Then I searched for Olivia to bring her another wine sample. I have wine for you. This isn't aged, I just want you to like... Oh. It's just not in here. Where is she? We've got such a big hat. Oh, she's up there. Here you go. Another wine for your collection. A lovely bottle of wine. Good, good, because we're making lots of it on the farm, and we're aging it too. Yoga is great activity if you have high blood pressure or high cholesterol. Okay, I'm just gonna leave. I'm not sure if she meant anything by that. I'm just gonna say that she didn't. Can't find the woman in her own house because it's so big. Yeah, see, she doesn't need the profits. What I meant there is that obviously when we're shipping all this wine, we're getting 100% of the income. Olivia doesn't care about the money. She's doing it for bragging rights. It was a dream of hers to share her wine expertise. The next lot of fairy roses were in the garden shed on the 13th. I'm still replanting these for fairy dust, which we're still going to need, even after we craft our last sweet gem berry bush to make sure all the stock is in order by the end of this farm phase, given that we have to age enough of it too. Once again, I made some more cheese and went to bed. Then on the 14th of summer, I made some more cheese and went to bed. Monday takes us into the second half of summer, so it's the start of a new stream, and here I am checking my notes for any useful reminders. I always chuckle when I see my reminder that says, "No mead, Olivia hates mead." Always happy to see some ancient fruit in the greenhouse, along with any other regrowables I can scrounge up in the shed garden, and to push us closer to the golden clock goal, I sorted through my chest for a portion of my shinies to sell off. I have a lot of iridium and gold bars I don't need, and my geodes and mystery boxes I brought to Clint to open. There had to be some profit to be made in here, and I got a book of mysteries I can add to the Wizard's Love gift log. Excess gems I sold directly back to Clint to avoid having to run home. We got something new! I didn't even know I still needed stuff for the museum. Oh my god, 2 new things! Okay, so this is like a good thing that we're doing this. I found 6 new minerals for the museum this day. There's actually all the minerals done now, and I got an extra crystallarium as a thanks. Just 2 artifacts left for the entire museum, one of which is easy enough to solve. You can dig it up next to the waterfall in town where you'd fish for the angler. The only thing I have left now is a faded button, which I think I just have to get lucky by digging it out of an artifact spot at some point. Whilst all of this was happening, I found out from the chat that there are love gifts for the wizard not in his main list. For example, the ice rod. It does tell me this if I search for the ice rod, but today I learned that you can gift trinkets. I'll be testing this out soon, but first, let's see how much our extra sell-off helped. I made some achievement, what was that? Ooh, we did make some good money just in general. That achievement noise was for crossing 10 million gold in total farm earnings, but we're still not even halfway to the golden clock looking at the balance. I was eager this morning to try out the newfound knowledge. The wizard likes certain trinkets and the ice rod is one of them, here you go. Enjoy studying it. I trust you haven't been dabbling in the dark arts. I mean, I don't think so. Had to bring Morgan a void egg too. Then I decluttered a little more from my chest to sell off. Not the ores and coal. I took those to the mines where they belong. As you might be able to tell from these panic sell-offs, I still wasn't happy with the weekly wine and cheese income, so we're racking our brains as to how I might possibly be able to add more kegs to the farm. I might actually have to start putting some more kegs in the barn again. What if I put some fences in here? Then it would be like safe from the animals, right? And they still have a lot of room. Could you get rid of the bee garden because I don't need to sell mead? I probably could, but that won't fit a shed in there. Plus it's also just like, I guess it's also vibes. The bee garden is cute. I could move the cheese production in there, you're right. And then put kegs in the shed. The other option is if I get rid of the bee garden because we don't need it, put these trees over here, then put the shed here. That could work, right? I had to hold on to that thought for now. The next batch of wine was ready, except I forgot how much time it takes to fill like 700 kegs. Oh my god, it's already midnight. Wait, I'm not gonna finish this. I'm gonna have to finish it in the morning, there's no way. I've got to do 2 whole sheds, and the greenhouse, and the quarry cave. I'll sell it all together as well. Hey, 73 grand from selling off some stuff. That's still a good money day. Some mail distracted me from that task first thing in the morning. Oh, we earned 10 million gold and we have a piggy bank. By the way, piggy bank is somewhat functional in that it lets you place money in it. I don't think you get the money back, so like, maybe don't. Before getting the rest of the wine in, we decided that maybe I can move the cheese machines first to make space for more kegs, all while still talking about the mysterious golden piggy bank. It only lets you put in like 1 gold at a time, so you won't suddenly lose like a big load of cash. It's just kind of like a little bit annoying. You get something indeed when you put money in the piggy bank, regret? No, exactly. The code doesn't store how much you put in, so you literally have no idea. Like a swear jar, that's hilarious. Wait, that's really funny, we can keep it for something like that. What should we use it for? Land to put money in the piggy bank? As much as that's a really good idea because it is a way to lose the money, you can only put in a single gold at a time. You can't like select how much you put in there. So I'd have to literally like click it like 50,000 times and I really don't want to do that. Every time I complain about fishing. So yeah, just to show, I will happily like waste a few gold on this. The way this works is you literally just like right click on it and you see how my gold is counting down 1 by 1. You can't make it go more than that. I don't want to do that like 50,000 times. Think I'll be sticking with buying and trashing auto grabbers. As for the cheese presses, they're going back in the barn, but this time behind some fencing for safety. I'm basically going to mirror this on the other side, but I'll do it tomorrow when the animals aren't trying to settle down for the evening. I got on with making room for the extra shed instead. Yes, I still want it, so I'm moving these bee houses opposite along the flowery border, and the mystic trees will go in that space. No, I can't plant them here. Wait, the let's move it mod. I can just move the trees. Can we just move the trees? It's okay. Yay! Oh my god, so much easier. Oh, but let's do it properly. There! We can leave it kind of like overgrown, right? I think that's cute with a like overgrown kind of look. And now we have a shed space. I sold all the wine from the past couple of days in one go. There's over 1 million gold here. We're really starting to get somewhere. Hey! I got the other half of the cheese machine situated on Thursday and ran to Robin's to ask for the next shed build. Where's Robin? Oh, she's at Harvey's. Oh no, she comes back at 4 though. So if I can catch her as she walks past, I might be able to still get it done. Just kidding. I went to sleep early because the second starfruit and melon harvest would arrive on Friday. This is the last replanting I can get in this season, so we're going all starfruit this time. Gotta push for more cash. I don't know if you remember, but the fall crops are not amazing. Robin was back at work so I could get the building work started. Then I bought another rare seed at the traveling cart on my way to bring the wizard a book of mysteries to add to his basement library. Back on the farm, I picked up the next lot of shed garden crops. I'm gonna grab the salal berries. 3 sweet gemberries! That's huge! How many do I need for this last bush? I think it was mainly the berries and the seeds that are like standing in my way of finishing those. We can do it! Our final hell difficulty bush, we have completed the sweet gem crop. That is a big stage done in our like goals. This was an unexpected goal, but we did it. Now I just need to wait for enough of those to grow to get the rest of the 10 wine I need to have ready in stock. Which, speaking of wine stock, I used fairy dust to finish aging the powder melon wine in the basement so I could put some others in there for future profit instead. When I brought the powder melon wine to put on display, I found a bottle of sweet gemberry wine ready for aging and a load of cheese that I'll be shipping. I don't know how the animals got over the fences, but I had to climb around them whilst they slept to collect more cheese to refill the cask. I know you're trying to sleep, I just want the cheese. There was an event on in town on Saturday. Trout derby? I'm not going to that. Olivia's like banned us from fishing. We're blaming Olivia. She's like, you can only focus on this wine business, no fishing here. Mining is fine because you need the materials for kegs and all that kind of stuff, but doesn't want to risk the facility smelling of fish. She and Willie have had a falling out. Oh, I know what I want to do. I want to go through the quarry cave and see if we get any more residents. I haven't done that for a while. What do we think? Any mannequins today? You bet they fell out because Willie couldn't supply her the fine caviar Olivia wanted? Yeah, now she doesn't even want caviar. It reminds her too much of the argument and she just doesn't want anything to do with it. We got one! Can we get another? One more go. One more chance. No. Oh my god, these skeletons like followed me all the way down here, my goodness. That's why she throws out gold bars, because she's so rich, but also because Willie loves them and she can't stand the thought of him. More went on there than we know about. Maybe there's a bit of history there. It was a summer romance. That's why she wants nothing to do with fish, nothing to do with fishing, definitely not any caviar. Maybe we offered and she was just like, don't. Last thing Olivia wants is a fine food that leaves a bad taste in her mouth. Posh caviar was like 10 years ago. We're on the sweet gemberry wine now. It was the if it smells, it sells line that pushed her over the edge. Oh no, but we have cheese, and cheese doesn't not smell. Maybe that's also why she hates— wait. Willie loves mead. That's why she also hates mead. See, that now makes a load of sense. It was his favorite. She can't have that. It'll remind her too much of him. He couldn't choose her over the sea. That's where it all went wrong. She said he doesn't need to fish anymore. He didn't like that. Why do you need to fish for money when, like, she has all the money, you know? It's either fish or me, Willie. I'm getting quite deep into the lore here. I just like, the thing I've been loving about this challenge is how, like, all the unexpected lore's been coming up. It's family business. You can't throw away something like that. No, exactly. But Olivia doesn't get it. I moved the new shed 1 tile back to line up with Grandpa's shed and asked Robin to upgrade it. Then I used one of my other keg sheds to calculate how many more I would need to fill it when the upgrade is done. It's gonna be 137 more kegs, and I was short on iron and oak resin. The resin I just need to wait for, but the iron I can do something about today. Level 4 parrot, yeah! Monster taxes! This thing is so good. She says not getting a single coin from any of the monsters, but that's okay. And it dropped at level 4 as well, which is kind of wild. There's 500 gold. I started to fall in love with the parrot egg on the mare playthrough, and I think you can see why. We've got a few grand already, just like killing stuff. When more rings allows more than one train hit. It's something I might add in the future, but I'm not like— I don't mind some of the limits that we have, you know? Parrot egg is awesome though. I've kind of been sleeping on this. I'm usually a fairy box person. Your final guess for Olivia is that ultimately none of her romances will last, but she'll go and write a best-selling memoir trilogy about it. She doesn't care if anyone buys it. She's just like, yes, but I wrote a book. Which is, I mean, writing a book is an accomplishment. She doesn't care what happens to it. She just wants to like have it out there. She has like 10 autobiographies. Every person she goes through, she thinks this is it, and she's like figured it out. And then someone new comes along and something new happens and it gives her a whole new outlook and she has to rewrite it all. That's her entire library. Her libraries are just all of her books. Writing books is awesome though. I can't imagine doing that. Every time I see someone release a book, I'm like, wow, you did that. Like, you really did that. And that's really cool. Olivia and Gus dined with me, a gourmet romance. Yeah, Victor has his like one bookshelf in the library that's his, and that's about it. If you are lactose intolerant, kindly put the book down. Wait, don't eat the book. Are we eating the books now? What? Is it made out of cheese? Short time for two, purple. Oh, because it's cheesy. They can be called cheesy stories. Shows how much I know. I was trying to come up with a title for the fishing, for the Willy one, but I can't. Baited by you. That's brilliant. Catfishing Guide 101. This is really fun. Magnificent midnight magic with Magnus. What is happening tonight? Hey, Olivia knew Morris. Could she be a JoJo investor? You've heard some things about her and Morris? Wait, really? That would explain the Morris's love of money and power. He wants to impress Olivia. Everyone just really loves Olivia here. On the 22nd of summer, I cut grass at West Cindersap in the Grampleton fields to refill the silos again, getting home in the evening to harvest the ancient fruit in the greenhouse and a smaller batch of crops in the shed garden. On the 23rd, I added the kegs I already made to the last upgraded shed. I couldn't make the rest of the kegs yet, didn't realise I ran out of wood. The green rain day is the perfect time for wood chopping, but the wine duties have to come first. I kind of forgot that a few locations lag behind, but they'd still be done later today, so I could gather some wood and fiddlehead ferns in the meantime. I did pop home as soon as the wine was done to keep the delay as short as possible, and I managed to get enough material to add another 23 kegs into the mix. I now need more wood and oak resin for the rest, which won't be done till tomorrow. I stayed up late to chop another 600-ish wood, and with the majority of this week's wine being the cranberry type, we're back down to 500,000 in this shipment. Wednesday is oak resin day, so I got close to finishing the shed. This material grind will be over soon, at least for this farm phase. I used some fairy dust to speed up some iridium wine for a small extra cash boost. Think of this done. Oh no, I used one on a keg. Well, I guess this one's going in there now. Then I chopped some more wood in the forest, conveniently finishing Robin's resource rush along the way. The 25th of summer had another batch of aged cheese, one of which I shared with Olivia. Here you go, some of our finest goat cheese. Ooh, I know what I want to do. If I have some spare prizzies, I would like to go get a magic rock candy in the desert today. There's a prismatic butterfly. Wait, I need to drop everything for that first. Where do we think it's going to be? So far, it's not in town. I find it at the beach pretty often, actually. I'm going to go there next, obviously, as I pass it, and then we'll go to Cindersap Forest, if not there. It was there? Oh. Might have moved. It was at the museum. Oh, I missed it. Maybe zooming out was not the play. Oh, is that? You're right. I missed it. Thank you. Gosh, I would have been going around all day. And we got a load of money. Thanks to the live chat rescue, my desert visit was only a couple of hours later than planned. Not that the time really mattered, I just chopped the trees out there and crawled back into bed. The 26th of summer was for iron mining. The monsters with the... Oh, they've changed floor 41 today. That's very convenient. I love that for us. That's exactly what we wanted to see. No, give me my good iron mining floor back. How annoying. The benefit of the normal floor 41 is that it's small enough to see the whole thing on the screen at once, so it's easy to see whether or not there's any iron for the taking. Having a look at the others, floor 61 was a good enough substitute for this day, and by the time I was all mined out, I had 47 more iron bars. I only really needed 5. On Saturday, I shopped the air store for some radish seeds to hold the sprinklers. I mostly like using wheat at the end of summer, but the last day to plant it to be ready on the 1st of fall would have been the 25th, and my last starfruit harvest isn't ready till tomorrow, the 28th. I went for another failed mannequin hunt in the quarry cave before selling another load of adventurer gear collecting dust. Then sleeping into the last day of summer, I swiped all of the starfruit in my fields and replaced them with summer squash seeds, summer forage seeds, and those radishes so I don't have to till and water tomorrow. I also grabbed any regrowables ready in the shed garden, even the cheaper stuff I hadn't bothered much with before, because at this point, my kegs are starting to outrun my fruit supply. I gotta fill them with something. With one more chest declutter, I was ready for bed. No moonlight jellies this year. We'll have plenty more opportunities for that in the future. We're entering another month working on Olivia's fancy goods business, and we're now about 3 million gold away from the biggest goal of this challenge. For full wine crops, like last year, we're growing grapes and cranberries again. Grape wine is the more valuable of the two, but it's hard to plant as many when you have to think about the trellis. With the iridium scythe, however, I can plant more closer together because I can use my tool to cut down any grapes I can't reach by hand. Oh no, I haven't bought enough grapes. Wait, I need to go get more. I picked up extra cranberries too, just in case, though I didn't end up needing so many because I planted some fairy roses too. The grind for these in the shed garden was feeling horrendously slow. I want to take advantage whilst they're in season. The wine's been waiting for us to finish the planting, but by this hour, I knew there'd be no way I'd make it to every single keg tonight. I just harvested my greenhouse fruit and waited till the morning to work on the wine. I'd run out of decent fruit for now, and I was really hoping that I wouldn't have to resort to blueberry wine in the next batch. That's the worst of the flavours we offer. The starfruit in the greenhouse will help with that, and with most of this week's shipment being melon and starfruit wine, we've made another 1.36 million gold, plus an extra nearly 13 grand from some truffles. On the 3rd of fall, I aged some more cheese, stole the monster's lunch money, and replanted the fairy roses in the shed garden to make more fairy dust. The final shed got its final 2 kegs, then I brought any sweet gem berries to the shop to make into wine in the single special keg. I used fairy dust to help me with that. I need to have 10 iridium quality bottles in stock, just like the rest of the varieties, so I used it to help with the aging too. We're not waiting another 2 seasons. On the 4th, I topped up my fairy rose seeds and sold some salarberi jam, dried goji berries, and truffles, and on Friday, I dug out some extra animal products for a cash boost whilst fetching milk from the first barn to go towards some more cheese. I didn't mean to sell the milk. It's okay. Mistakes are okay. Because I'm yapping. On the 6th, I just harvested my cranberries, but on the 7th, I had to leave the farm to bring Morgan a perfect quality void egg for their birthday. Here you go, happy birthday! Full friendship. Train, should we go see the train just because we can? Am I gonna get there in time? Oh, stuff, yeah. I'm stuck on this side of the train, but it's okay. Oh look, even cold today. Look at all the crows, why are there crows? This is a good train. Oh my god, there's so much stuff. Another leprechaun shoes. Trains are always a fun little distraction. Morgan was on my doorstep early on Monday morning. Manus Rasmodius has given me an important test today deep in the woods, south of an abandoned vineyard. I'd like you to be there. Farewell, this one's actually pretty good for us, so we should probably go. Morgan, you can do it! Let me try that again. You got this! Yeah! Hopefully they landed back at home. I had to harvest the grapes first, but took myself straight to the forest as soon as I could. We can't keep the wizard waiting. Ah, I foresaw your arrival. Nothing to do with the fact that Morgan invited me here. Demonstrate your intentions to the elementals that bind our world. I feel a connection with the earth. Look at the birds coming out, all the wildlife coming to hang out. Froggy! Froggy! Look at them all! There's a crow though. A bit suspicious. Extraordinary, Morgan. Your ability to gain the trust of forest creatures is proof Mother Nature has put her faith in you. Does that mean... Yes, you passed the exam! I'm so happy. I reflected on the forest creatures and the meaning behind what I saw. My farm animals will now produce higher quality goods. Now, I don't know what this means. I don't know if it means that we literally get like a higher chance of getting higher quality goods or if it increases the value of them. Either way, it's a good thing for us. I returned home with my newfound knowledge in the back of my mind to harvest the week's ancient fruit and shed garden crops, finding that some of the pineapple wine had finished aging. Bringing it into the store, there was another sweet gemberry wine done. I didn't bother with fairy dust on this one the other day, since obviously there were just a few days left. And the goji berry wine was done too. This is when I realised I didn't have a table ready for the pineapple wine, so that's going to be our special. You might notice there's not a table for the goji berry wine either. We decided that this is one of the ones for some reason we're not so proud of, so it's the wine we're mainly recommending for cooking. That is, if the customers just happen upon it in the specials chest. The kegs were ready for their next batch by then, the winemaking occupying the rest of my day. No, don't 1 AM me. Oh no. Ugh, goji berry wine. When was the last time everyone hydrated? Mine was at some point. I shall have a hydrate shortly. We'll do that when we go to bed. I'm currently pushing the clock to be able to put all this wine in the shipping bin. 1:30 AM and we got... Oh my god. Wait, is this... I think this is enough money. Oh my god. We got there. Okay, so, I'm not gonna do the golden clock until the very last thing. I wanted to get the rest of the wine descriptions done first. They're not gonna be super long, but these additions are worth a little bit of extra flair in my opinion. Let me show you what we came up with. Pineapple wine. Tropical flavors from A rare... I'm saying it's rare because we don't really have that here. Rare exotic fruit. Bold like its faraway origins. Seeds were retrieved. Expedition to Ginger Island in the depths of the volcano. Procured. That does make it fancy. Signing it. So now we have a description. We've got the ancient fruit wine. For centuries, people thought of its seed as merely a relic of the past. What does it even taste like? You can taste the ages in this wine. You can taste the history. We don't elaborate on this because they have to try it to know. The original ancient seed can be viewed in the Pelican Town Museum. You can taste the dusty history in this wine. No further elaboration. The process was pretty similar coming up with the rest of them, so definitely check out the VOD to see how these came to be. But for now, I'll just read out the rest to you here. Starfruit wine. Sparkles like the summer sun. This wine is sure to leave you dazzled. The star of the party. Grape wine. Reminiscent of old grapes. Tastes like purple. Melon wine. The fruity warmth of summer in a glass. Bright and perfect for your next party. Powder melon wine. As delicate as the winter snow. Powdery perfection. Cranberry wine. A holiday favorite that makes you give thanks. Nobody will notice you forgot to bring the cranberry sauce. Rhubarb wine. Unforgettable. With a tangy aftertaste words cannot do justice. Blueberry wine. Affordable. Not a product of Joja Corp. Strawberry wine. A sweet springtime crowd pleaser. Pairs well with eggs. Salowberry wine. The budget-friendly bounty of the local forests. And lastly, we have cactus wine. Sharp and refreshing. The quenchiest. No, the Sweet Gemberry Wine Co. will not be held responsible for adverse effects from drinking this wine. I also had a vision for what the wine label art might look like, so I kind of spent a couple of days on this. I guess I forgot to leave room on here for what type of wine it is, but you can just use your imagination. I've never done anything quite like this before, so I am proud of it. I'm just trying to give it its screen time here so the hours of love were worth it. No prices on these either, it's one of those stores. Still a few Iridium Sweet Gem wine short of the target stock level, so that's where the rest of my fairy dust went. Oh no, I'm not gonna have enough. I think I have like 2 more? Where am I going? Flowers. I know I wanted to keep some spare, but oh, I've got loads. What? I need to have this one done. We can have one always producing, and then there. Now we've got all of them. The wine stocks are now in place. All that's left is to get the golden clock situated, the last piece to this ludicrously expensive puzzle. Other than a few finishing touches outside the sheds and some lighting for the golden clock. I hid a lantern there at first, but another option suggested by the chat were some not so hidden golden braziers. I don't have the crafting recipe for that yet, and Robin, the one who sells it, is at the exercise class today, so I had to wait until Wednesday. I might as well grab all the other ones she sells at this point. I was thinking of doing it like this. Don't know if that looks silly. Maybe we make them more of a thing. One in each corner, that's better, right? Can you move the upper ones a bit more into the corner? If it's a tile item, then no. So like, if I have to break it with my pickaxe, then I can't move it. What if we do this? That looks worse. Maybe we just go with this. Maybe, is this just using one for the sake of it? Yes, that doesn't look good at all. I prefer the lamp there for sure. We're sleeping one more night so the crops are all ripe and looking good on the farm ready for opening day, but then I noticed that there were still fairy roses where the powder melon should be in the shed garden, which will bloom tomorrow. The powder melons won't be fully grown, but we can't show the customers the wrong crop here. They're not going to want to tour in the rain either, so I waited till the weather cleared up on Saturday the 13th of fall. I filled any empty casks with spare wine I kept for this very purpose, and sped up one bottle to bring to Olivia to announce the grand opening. She's here! Olivia, guess what? We're done! Here! Some ancient fruit wine aged to absolute perfection. The Sweet Gem Winery Co can now open for business, and now we can do our tour. Obviously, we can't physically bring NPCs, but we just have to imagine like they'd get off the bus or like come from Central Station from here. We're gonna go into this main shed here. You can see kind of some of everything. Oh no, we've got some empty casks. I haven't got any wine for those, so that's okay. Here's where we produce a lot of our wine. You can see all of it going. We have like a good variety going. Just kidding. We have grape wine in here, the classic. And just to show you that all of the crops that go into the wine are grown on this farm here. We have the shed garden. You can see the kind of the soil we keep them in, and obviously we do them seasonally outdoors as well. But this way we can show you the quality of all the crops that we put into our wine. That's what makes it taste so good. And this crop here, this sweet gem berry wine, when we got our namesake here, we developed this crop with grafting ancient fruit, which took some developing, but we've narrowed it down to a process, and that is the most special of the wine. Don't mind the diamonds, they're part of the process that we developed the sweet gem crop with. Which, speaking of diamonds, everyone gets a diamond for attending this tour today. We've also got lots of sheds of kegs, like this is one of 3. You can see we are really, really busy producing as much wine as we possibly can. All of it is produced here on the farm and nowhere else. It's all safe, it's all there for inspection. There's nowhere you'll find off the farm that has any wine at all. And coming over here before we go into the winery itself, you'll see all of our happy animals. This is where we produce our cheese from. We produce it in the premium barn up there. If you wish, you can come and have a look as well. As you can see, this is where all the cheese is being made within the barn. We've kept some sectioned off from the animals, but yeah, the animals even want to see like where their product is going, you know? And these are the other two keg sheds, of course, both full of the same thing, but you've seen that already. So let's just go into the winery. I mean, it's a nice day out, so if you want to have some lunch whilst we try some wines, we can do so here. But if you prefer not to be kind of caught in the wind there, we've got some seating indoors as well. Bill will serve you at the bar. Oh yes, the bear. I forgot to mention the bear. Wait. You might be wondering about the bear here. Don't worry, our bear is friendly. The bear guards the animals from anything horrible happening to them. They get a comfy place to sleep, and oh no, what's this tree doing here? We let things grow wild a little, you know? The bear takes the duties very seriously. Don't mind the bear. They're just guarding our animals. It's okay, they're friendly. But anyway, the winery, you see this keg here. It's this is where we make our sweet gem wine. There's only one keg like it in the entire world. It's handcrafted in rare gem sea wood. It took us a few weeks to get the materials together. We got there in the end, and it's what makes this sweet gem wine so perfect. We wouldn't age it in anything else. Come over here and have a seat with a glass of, we've got our grape wine out, it seems, for tastings at the moment, and some samples of cheese on the board over here. If you need anything else, Bill will happily serve you today or tonight. We just say tonight here because like we like the cozy evening vibes, you know? If you liked the look of any of the crops you saw today, there's also all of these wines. These are all the wines we have on offer. You'll find their descriptions along with their stock. Bill will help you out with your purchases today, and also our current special, by the way, this week is pineapple wine. And oh yes, there's this goji berry wine here. If you cook with wine a lot, I would like to recommend this one in particular, especially for cooking. But for the drinking wines, you're definitely going to want to go in this direction and maybe pick some of these, especially like maybe one of these two over here. They're our finest. Apart from the sweet gemberry wine, of course, but yeah, it depends how you like the flavor. We don't do samples of the sweet gemberry wine, by the way. It's too special. You have to buy a bottle to be able to experience it. It's like $1 grand a glass. But yeah, have a seat, make yourself cozy, make yourself comfortable, and that is the sweet I can't even talk. That is the Sweet Gem Berry. Nope, that is the Sweet Gem Winery Company. If you would like regular deliveries of our wine, just let either myself or Olivia know. We'll handle the order for you, but as you can see, we are more than equipped to handle as large of an order as you can send our way. Bill will send you the bill. I feel like we did we did, oh my god, look at the explosion of truffles. We did really well. So yeah, I think next challenge I will be doing the tree one, but it is going to be a shorter challenge. The fishing one I think is going to take us quite a bit longer because of the amount of stuff we need to do for it. So I would like to do that one last, and also the fact that like I know it's going to be the one that is like the most exciting. So like save the best for a lot of you. Hey, it's not the best because I like fishing, okay? I do not, but I feel like filling the aquarium will be fun. So we'll do the tree one next, and I think that's going to be cool too. We're going to make a little fruit back sanctuary, and I think that section of the farm is costing 50 grand. I can't get into monies until tomorrow, right? So let me go to sleep. Make sure you hit the like button if you want to try some wine and cheese too. And whilst I tear down the temporary oak resin farm, I'll tell you about the next challenge, the Orchard Sanctuary. You can have a look at the details linked in the challenge list in the description too, but for this one, we're only making money from tree-related products. That could mean tapper products, but it can also mean any tree fruit and their artisan goods. We're doing this in section 5 of the farm, which also contains the farm cave where the bats have been living, so we're essentially turning this zone into a sanctuary for them. I want them to have all the variety, so I need at least one of each tree type in this area, and given that it's the larger of the remaining farm zones, this is where the 4 obelisks will live. The cost for this zone I set at 50,000 gold, so that's 2 auto grabbers to trash right in front of Marnie. And aside from sleeping in my house, I can't use any other farm zone to help me during this challenge. I want to start this one at the beginning of a new season, which is still 2 weeks away, so to fill this time, we're going to be giving a couple of locations in town a makeover in a segment dubbed by the live chat as the Do-Up. This time, we'll be giving Krobus and the dwarf a cozy home they deserve. And unrelated to that, we're going to reward ourselves for all the hard work on this forever farm by taking our first trip to the Ferngill Arcadium. Make sure you're subscribed to see that video, and all of our future challenges too. As a reminder, the whole journey is being live streamed, so you'll find the VOD playlist in the description, along with a mod list, farm map, and challenge details. Tell me your favourite cheese in the comments if you made it this far, or just leave a cheese emoji if you don't like it or can't think of one. Thank you so much to my channel members, and I will see you in the next video. Bye!